Yo, it's your boy Rick Bell, and when I want to hear some real shit, I listen to Conceited Nobody. They keep it 100.
Oh yeah.
Couple of nobodies you should fucking listen to.
I just caught the 40, I might let it bang on them. I might rip my heart, I pour out all my pain on them. I might wanna shine, cop a couple chains on them. I might wanna stun and pull up in that Range Rover.
Yo, what's going on?
We here. This is quick, yo. Let me see if I go. This is practice live.
So where's this song come from?
This is Dance You Out of My Head. Damn, I don't got the name. Cat Janice.
Cat Janice.
This song came out a couple weeks ago. The story behind this song is that she's been a singer independent for a minute. She got diagnosed with cancer. She's terminal. She's like on her deathbed right now.
Oh, wow.
And she was able to get all the rights to this song in her 7-year-old son's name.
Oh, big shout out to that.
So whatever money, whatever this song generates as far as like streaming and income is going straight to her 7-year-old son.
So you heard
So
it
I was
first.
like, yeah.
Get those streams up. Cat Janice.
Cat Janice, Dance You Out of My Head.
Dance you out of my head.
It's fire. I'm in this wave of I like hearing new songs that sound old. So this sound like a disco poppy song. And I love it.
Brand new old shit.
It felt like Griselda would have been dancing to this shit.
All right.
Yeah, this shit hit the timeline and I was like, oh, the song was fucking, it had a bop to it. And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, there's some shit behind this song.
Yeah, it's got a nice little story to it.
So Cat Janice, shout out to Cat Janice.
Dance you out of my head.
Dance You Out of My Head.
This got a vibe. I'm definitely playing this in the car.
It's fire in the car.
Yeah.
It passes the car
Windows
test.
down?
Yeah, I played it looking for parking.
Yeah, this is fire. Big shout out to Cat Janice.
So fucking hot. Dance you out of my thoughts.
Keep you in our prayers. Shout out to her son. Get them streams up.
I love that she was able to do that.
Feel it inside. Dancing on the edge of disaster makes my heart beat faster. The feeling.
Dance you out of my head. It's Conceited Nobody. Johan the American Red Wonder.
We here, yo. Let's do the intro right.
This shit. Yo, get the fuck out of here.
Don't dance out of my mind.
We upgraded.
Congratulations. You finally get to meet me. Red Wonder, what up?
Complicated and I hate that I don't hate it. The feeling.
Pardon me.
Big shout out to Cat Janice.
Tomorrow.
Dance you out of my head.
It's good. It's good. Ain't really. Pop song. It's feel good music.
Yo, it's amazing to get feel good music from somebody who's in.
And such dire like she
you know.
made this song after she knew she was terminal. Like she was able to record this while she was getting treatment.
To be able to still find joy
Yeah, right.
and make something like this.
She
yo,
made this song that she basically made this song for this purpose.
Shout out to her, yo. Shout out to her. This shit is fire.
All right. What's good with you, yo? That was my feel good story of the week. Nah.
Yo,
What's up with you, yo?
yo, shout
How
out.
you been?
Let's
How
get
you
that
been?
intro again, yo.
What
Get
you got?
this.
Let's do it the right way.
Yo, get the fuck out of here, yo. All right. Fuck out of here, yo.
Shit. It's back being cold, yo.
It's
Fuck
New
this
York,
bullshit.
baby. Get the fuck out of here.
Congratulations. You finally get to meet me. Bundle up, bitch.
That's my intro for the year. Get the fuck out of here, yo.
That's your shit.
Fuck out of here, yo. Real New York shit.
Let's start doing this.
Fuck out of here, yo.
man.
Get the fuck out of here. Go on, get.
Get on my yard, motherfucker.
You heard.
You whippersnappers.
Yo, shout out to the fans.
Oh,
It's Conceited
man.
Nobody
Thanks for
Never.
listening. Hey, we growing, yo.
Yeah, yo.
We growing and showing.
Yes, this is. We're no longer a shower, but we are.
If you know, you know.
A grower? That fucked that up.
Yeah.
Got that back.
We got to work on it.
Yeah.
More practice.
More practice.
What's
Yeah.
good, man? How you been?
I've been good, man. It's been a busy week and weekend. You know, I feel like Friday Friday was my homegirl's birthday. They was doing karaoke.
Oh wait.
Congratulations.
Happy birthday to your homegirl.
Shout out to her. They was doing karaoke. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the karaoke.
Karaoke's fun, yo. Where you went to karaoke? You was in Queens or in the city?
Right in the neighborhood, bro. You know, I don't be going far. We don't drink and
Local.
drive on this side.
No, that's what I'm saying. I never heard of a karaoke spot around here.
She had the. I'm gonna see how to play this video real quick.
You sang her happy birthday karaoke style?
Come
Come on, bro. You got all your thirst trap pictures on the computer now.
Yeah, listen.
Get
I'm
fucked
just
up,
trying to
yo.
like find this video.
I don't like this transition of you
You don't like me
thirst
thirst trapping?
trapping. Nah, I'm not a fan of that. Do it on your own time.
Do it on your
Not
own
while
time.
I'm here, yo.
Hold on. I
We
gotta-
working now, yo. Okay,
I
get
try to find this
serious.
video. Well, we did. Damn, why is it not showing up? We did some karaoke. It was so fun too. Where was it? This was last night. This was the day before. This was I don't know, man.
Save this somewhere else, probably. What's
Yeah.
that? That
It's
one
on-
right
maybe it's
there.
on my
That 30
phone.
second one. Oh no, that's a screenshot.
Yeah, it's when it's on my phone. But yeah, we we ended up singing, and you know a song came on, bro. You know, I'm trying to see if I can show you. I put it on Instagram. You know, maybe I put it on Instagram and didn't. You know what? That's what it was.
Oh, I saw you at like a party. I thought you was like at a show, at a
Yeah.
concert or something. I didn't know that was karaoke.
I didn't record the video. I just put it on the live. That shit is gone.
Oh, okay. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yo, so yeah, it was a good time, son. They was doing like old school shit.
Karaoke's mad fun, yo.
Yeah, well, especially when you got a good group.
Yeah, yeah. When nobody's like shy or like,
Yeah.
oh, but
It
I
was-
can't sing. Who cares, yo? Karaoke ain't made for people who can sing. If you could sing, you go to the talent show. Nobody at karaoke could sing. I'm just there to scream into a mic. That's why I love doing this. What's the go-to karaoke song?
I'm trying to play the song that we was playing. You know what it is with a lot of these, especially black folk, they be showing up. They can sing, yo. Yo, they can
They
really
be fronting,
sing.
yo.
They been going to church 20 years.
Yeah, just because they're not Mariah Carey or Beyonce, they think they can't sing.
Yo, they get up there and you just be like, damn, I gotta follow that. Let me get some volume on that. So this shit came up, and yo, the song dropped.
This came up? Who picked this?
All of these dudes picked this shit.
Oh,
That
shit.
he needed some backup dancers.
Oh, you was with it?
I was with it. Boy,
That's
we was
funny,
getting it
yo.
going.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
doing the dances and
Oh,
all
no,
that.
that's fun. When this came out, 92?
What's
Like New Edition, right?
right?
Yeah,
It
when was
like
New
the 80s,
Edition?
right? I don't know.
80s?
92?
Early 90s? I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see. This shit came on, and I was like, oh, okay.
Dude, the Running Man to this shit.
Son.
The Cabbage Patch.
88.
88. Damn, doing this since 88.
I was looking at it
I
like,
was start
yo,
doing the Cabbage Patch, the fucking Running Man.
yo, we was doing a synchronization too.
The Kid and Play shit.
Yeah. Is it love? Why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? Yo, that karaoke shit was
Oh,
fun.
we gotta do a
son.
Conceited Nobody karaoke.
Yo, let me know, son. Especially during the summertime when it's easier to come outside.
You know what me and Wifey's duet song is? Give Me the Loot. Notorious B.I.G. We do the duet. She's the no. I'm the calm one. She's the wild one.
Motherfucking right. You're fucking with the top tight.
She be wild. I love it. Take off your knockers. If she ain't get it, bark up. It's a good duet,
It's
yo.
a good
When you
duet.
get a good rhythm going.
Yeah. Stick no rules. Stick and move. Stick and move.
This is what she been saying. This is her part. This is slave ships.
So she's been
Same
robbing
profile.
motherfuckers since the slave ships.
I'll let her have it.
Yeah, I can't do that at every party. I'm gonna tell you that.
Well, we've been practicing at home. We got the
You
karaoke.
better read the room. Read the room.
No, that's not a party trick yet.
Yeah.
That's like behind the scenes. Wait till we pull that shit out at a barbecue.
They might cut the music off. So. You what?
I've been robbing motherfuckers since the slave ships. What? The same profile.
They be like, what? Nah, it's a good song.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's a
We
good
gotta
song.
get a duet song.
Yo,
We gotta get a couple, so we got a whole fucking set. We gotta get like 3 or 4 duet songs we could do.
if you get 2 couples, you can do Fantastic Four.
I'm Big Pun. I
Right.
called it.
Nah, yeah. I mean, y'all, the karaoke. But you know what? Doing karaoke for rap is hard, man.
It's mad hard.
The
I
cadence.
remember you told me that when I said I picked like mostly rap songs. You was like, you be karaoke in rap songs? It's the breath control.
Yeah, it's
That's the
tough.
hardest shit, yeah.
It's one of the hardest shit. Like that's
You was like shocked. You was like, you be rapping? Because to me, it's the most fun.
yo, but your shit me your stomach be hurting.
Bon Jovi or Bruce Springsteen, those are good songs. The Bon Jovi records, those are good songs. Those are great
Oh.
karaoke songs.
Yeah, Bon Jovi is definitely.
Yeah.
There's a one. I think what's the song I did at your house last time karaoke?
Oh, you killed it, son. It was one of them
You'll
old
Never
ass.
Find.
Yeah, it was mellow, smooth.
Yeah, what's on?
Yeah, he had the ladies going. They were like, yeah. You'll never find the Love Boat, right?
Is it?
I think it's the Love Boat thing.
Hold on, I don't know if it's.
I think so.
Is this the Love Boat?
I think so. This
Oh,
is like
Lord.
1970s shit, 1950s. No. When the Love Boat came out, 80s?
Nah, I don't think it was. Hold on, let me Google it.
You'll never find.
Yeah, I love Google for that.
You'll never find a love. I did that one.
So this is by Lou Rawls. Yeah,
Go play that shit.
Lou Rawls. Yeah.
Why are
Lou-
you searching it again? You could have just clicked it right there.
Yeah, you're right.
You funny, yo.
Listen.
Right there, there's a big arrow to play.
Shut up, Pinky.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering? The
Yeah.
essential Lou
So
Rawls.
this-
Yeah, you played this shit. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? But you killed it.
Listen, we
It
had the
was
same voice
perfect
tone.
for the
Voice
room.
tone.
Yeah, it was perfect for the room. You wasn't stressed. You wasn't breathing heavy.
Yeah,
you was
he's
calm.
hey.
You was two-stepping. I said, oh, this is a good fucking song.
It's got a good slow
This is
tempo.
low stress.
Hey,
Yeah. This is low stress, cool vibes.
you walking around looking at the ladies like, hey.
You sip on your drink while you singing this song.
You'll never find. As long as you say,
Yeah, this is good.
I wanna love you. Yeah.
I'm mixing the Bruce Springsteen with the rap.
You know what I want to do though?
Cause I like the crowd engagement songs too, where you don't gotta fucking. A lot of the heavy lifting comes from the crowd because it's such a popular song. I like doing that too.
I honestly though, I'm gonna do it like in secret over the years, right? I want to get singing lessons, because I do really
You just
want
want
to
to show out and
Yeah,
sing
yeah.
like Usher.
Yeah. I'm trying to come out.
I'm
I'm trying to come out like
some shit.
Yo, like hold on, I'm gonna play.
Oh shit. Oh, you going mad hard.
Yo.
Oh shit. Nah, this is fire.
Ooh, yeah. Yo, what? I'm trying to hit them notes, boy.
This shit is fire, yo.
Yo, when you get hit that at the
Can we
karaoke,
just play music this whole episode? YouTube
You're
is
right.
not gonna let us rock.
yo,
Shout out to YouTube.
I saw when you playing little clips of it,
Subscribers going up.
right? So big shout out to y'all.
Subscribe.
When you can come into the thing and play some of these hits, boy.
Nah, you killing it. Oh, you going hard, yo. You trying to serenade people at the party. But this is smooth. Smooth is cool at a party. I don't know at the karaoke joint.
If I ever get married,
Oh, if you do like the private karaoke rooms, those are fun too.
that would be fire. They have that in
Yeah,
Flushing.
yeah. That would be fun. If you have like a private karaoke room where it's just your group, you could do some shit like this, the R&B shit. I'm thinking karaoke for like the whole bar type shit.
Mm. If I was ever get married, I want to sing in my wedding.
You want to sing at your wedding?
Yeah,
That'd be fire.
I'd want to sing like her favorite song at my wedding.
Oh shit, you're so romantic.
You know, and have like the actual band join me in with it too. Like, oh, I got the real person.
Get the pay. Oh, you trying to bring the artist?
You know what I mean?
That's big money.
But yeah, come on, dog. Super yacht.
Get married on the super yacht.
Nah, I'm just saying though. If I'm trying to get the super yacht.
that'd be fire.
We can pay for Beyonce. You know what I mean?
You gonna sing Beyonce at your wedding?
Listen, if that's her favorite artist. I do a
What
Beyonce.
Beyonce songs you gonna sing?
Yo, whatever she wants.
Dangerously in Love.
Oh, that would
sing
have
that one. That'd be fire, yo. Oh, I love that song. I love those ballads. When she sang
Oh,
the
I love-
ballads, oh
I love the
my
ballads,
God, yo.
No,
That's deep.
yo, I
love
love the
those.
R&B ballads.
I love
yo.
feeling love.
The R&B ballads are the best. Those are the joints like it's really involved. Let me
Oh,
see
play
if I
that. Can we play that one? The Beyonce. I haven't heard that shit in a minute.
What,
When that shit came out, like 03, 04.
Yo.
Dangerously in Love.
That was a great album too.
Oh my god!
I think it was like high school. Was it?
Right after.
Right after.
Yeah, this came out like 03, 04.
I feel like I had. What is this? 2003. Oh yeah.
Right? Is it confirmed?
Yeah.
June
2003.
2003.
It's right after high school.
Yeah, this was a time.
Yeah, me and the first girl I ever dated, we played this shit all the time. I know I had a little.
You
had a
see
little
that girl?
song.
I never knew her like that.
You never got a chance to meet her? We all got a few
Because it was
times.
after high school, but not like that. You was real private with that shit, and I was always mind your fucking business. Don't be in nobody's business. So I never asked or nothing. I was like, yo, when he's comfortable to bring her around, she'll come around more.
Well, you didn't come to my side of town a lot.
This was 03. I was running around all over the city now.
Yeah.
I was in the Bronx heavy, Uptown heavy, and Long Island.
Yeah, because they're definitely on my side.
Because I keep interrupting you. I remember hanging out with you heavy on your block from like junior year to like a little bit after high school, like that summer after high school.
Yeah, so we started dating right after high school. And then I moved to Queens Village.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, because, you know, and then.
That's what it was too. You had moved.
Yeah.
I remember you told me that was a big deal. You was like, my mom's going to Florida.
Right.
And she said, you can either come with me or be on your own.
Right.
And you said, I'm getting my own crib.
Yeah,
and I
that's
remember
it.
thinking, damn, this motherfucker's the man, yo. I said, oh, we was 17 at the time. And you said, I'm gonna get my own place. And I said, holy shit, look at the fucking pressure he just got thrown into.
Yo, you know what? You're right. I didn't really think about it back
Bro,
then.
at 17, you told me that summer. You said, my mom's is moving. I gotta get my own place. And I was like, what you mean?
I gotta get my own apartment. Yeah.
He was like, I'm not moving to Florida. And I remember thinking, holy shit, what a decision to make. And this motherfucker is doing it.
Yo,
And there was no doubt you wasn't gonna have your own spot.
yeah.
I think I remember
appreciate you.
saying, yo, let me know when you get it. I want to check it out.
Yeah. I appreciate you. I appreciate you remembering that.
Yeah, bro, that shit was a big deal.
Yeah, I didn't, you know, because my mom was just like, she hit the last minute with that shit. Like, yo, we going to Florida. I'm like, what?
Because Culito had just moved to Florida. So I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna lose another friend to Florida.
Nah, we wasn't doing that.
And you was like, I'm not moving to Florida. And I'm like, what you gonna do? You was like, I'm getting my own crib. Like, you was just like, I'm getting my own crib. What else? You
else am I gonna do?
didn't say it like that, but you was just like, I'm getting my own crib. So I was like, oh, he got it figured out.
Yeah,
I was like, oh
facts.
shit, good for him.
Yeah, I had to, that's facts. I was like, yo,
Damn.
let me get a grown up job, put away these things
There's
here.
people at 30 that can't fucking do that.
Yeah, right. Yo, 17, 18. I remember, I got my first crib.
17,
I hadn't even
after-
turned 18 yet.
No, it was
By the time I
after,
moved
after
in.
we finished high school at 17.
And we had then we finished, we had
Yeah.
18th birthday, we chilled.
Yeah.
I went back to my crib.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are times, man. Good times.
That shit was wow. Let's play this Beyonce shit and fall in love
Listen,
again.
this episode is just gonna be for free.
We're gonna be nostalgic. It's fake nostalgia. We be playing old new music.
But yeah, I want to take singing lessons though. I mean, I don't have the time for it now, but like, yo, cause they teach you how to bring out your natural voice, right?
Bro, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you so much.
No, I like it. Go ahead. What you gotta say? Make it good though, cause you keep it around, so make it saucy.
You don't need to take lessons.
Oh yes, I do.
My wife would love to teach you, bro.
Yeah, but that's
She's a teacher and she knows how to sing and she knows how to teach singing. She understands what it takes.
no, for sure. I would definitely. But your wife has a lot on her plate.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And
Well,
you know,
when you ready,
yeah, you
toss
know.
her the
sure.
idea. I bet you she could do some FaceTime coaching or some shit like
yeah,
that. Like,
I know. We had a conversation. She's told me we've had this conversation.
Oh, okay,
So
all right.
She's giving me some things,
All
some
right.
drills I could work on.
I'm glad you did that then.
Yeah, no.
I
Because
felt
I
like-
initially
yeah,
brought the
yeah.
idea because we were talking about it. I was like,
Okay,
I want
all
to
right,
get sick
cool, cool.
my sister's really into singing, right? She's the one, and that's why I brought it up with your wife because it was like, oh, my sister put me on a game. You ever seen in music how they'll have like the numbers like 5 in the upper corner and 4? So
The sheets and everything.
yeah, so like apparently that there's levels. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The voice is heard in 4, like how we're speaking. Tone level is heard in 4.
Okay.
5 is like where Mariah Carey can hit. 6 is like Dolphins. You know what I mean? And then you have 2 and 1 are lower tones. And my sister was breaking it down. Like when you go get the coaching, they teach you how to. It's not about like, yo, not just like, oh, can you hit the note, but can you bring your voice to this note? So they'll play a C, dang, and you dang, like tuning your ear, dang,
Yeah.
you feel me? and she said it was really beneficial. She sang something for me, and I was like, oh, okay, she can really sing. Like, and it's like, but and I've also heard
It's a muscle. You gotta practice.
You gotta
That's it. You gotta
practice.
train it. Yeah.
Well, there's a voice. Big shout out to VoiceBox. Right, I did business with them in the city. Right, I don't know if you've heard, this woman here.
We getting back to Beyonce because I want to hear this shit.
I got you. King's disease. Is it King's disease?
King's disease is not shit.
Yeah, but this is Nico. That's what Nico. That's the name. Big shot. King's affirmation. So this. She comes out the voice box. I was sending my artists here for a while, right? You probably
What's this?
heard
A studio?
The voice box is a
Oh, yeah.
singer. You heard this,
We heard this. Yeah.
right? So
This is big.
So I know, like, she was at the voice box. Her sister does the singing lessons and coaching, whatever. And I was sending my artists there, and she's a hard worker, so I'm really happy for her that she got one, and she's going
hell
off.
yeah.
But in the voice box, they'll tell you, like, singing is trained. Like, you come in every day, you put the work in,
Yeah.
and we'll help you get better. And I've watched some of these people come in weekly,
I believe that. Yeah.
sound like horses when they start, and then she molds their voice.
It's a muscle.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Some people are definitely talented and gifted,
Mhm.
but when you mix that with the training and
that's- you
the
get
training
Beyonce.
behind it, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the biggest issue is that with artists, I feel like, is the ones that come in talented and gifted don't want to work hard because they feel like, yo, I got it, I don't need to do it. But every once in a while, you get somebody that has the talent and the work
The
ethic.
work ethic, yeah, and they're unstoppable.
They unstoppable, bro. You just
They 33 Grammys in.
you just gotta like keep them happy. You know, what do you need? All right, what we gotta get
Let's
you.
do this.
You know, what's her name? Sexy Red was saying that she was looking for some
You start singing too?
no, she's looking for some management. I almost thought about reaching out to her.
Oh shit!
Like, yo, what's up?
Show you around.
This
the
is my
city.
shit too.
You're bugging, yo.
You don't like this song?
You're not that. I'm talking to myself.
Okay.
I just really wanted to hear "Dangerously in Love," yo. I can't believe you jumped to this. This is
you
a
wanna
fire
hear-
song, but I want to hear my shit now.
You want to hear Dangerous Shit?
I was like, you playing with me now, yo.
You
No,
just
but
wanna-
Beyonce got fucking. I just love the ballads that she got.
Yeah, the whole album.
This one's fire. You gonna sing this at your wedding? I'm gonna clap so hard for you.
This is a really tough song to
I'm
sing.
gonna cry for you. This song is amazing. This is what I thought love was
See,
all
like,
about.
What makes it difficult is how she's going from alto
Low,
to
high and
soprano
low.
to altos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the high and low.
she's never missing a breath.
My wife tells me all that shit, all that control, the chest voice, the head
Yeah.
voice, all that shit.
This is a really tough song to try to mimic. You know what I mean?
God. Oh my God, I'm zoning out.
Big shout out to Beyonce. This is why we can't sit here and play this all day.
Oh,
Because Beyonce is definitely gonna snatch this shit off this. You know?
It's off YouTube already.
She
We off
doesn't-
YouTube. We banned.
She doesn't like people playing her shit at all. Big shout out to the Carter. Speaking of the Carter family, Jay-Z was at the Grammys last night.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Did you hear his speech?
No. I did not see the Grammys. The only thing I heard about the Grammys was that Killer Mike got locked up after the Grammys. I
That's
said,
wild.
damn, that's grimy, son.
Yeah, right.
They waited for him to win an award to lock him up.
Said a lot.
Shout out Hove. Is this the first time he goes to the Grammys in like 30 years?
Yeah, he said he boycotted it last time because they gave him mad album nominations, but it was the year that DMX came out, and he was like, "Nah, I wasn't feeling that. You guys missed that one."
Yeah.
I don't understand why we still fuck with these Grammys and shit. They don't understand hip hop.
Oh, he's there with his daughter too.
Yeah, his daughter's big too. You know, she's like a
Like 20 by now, right? When? Oh
is,
no,
is she that old? No way.
18?
She's like 14, 15. What do you mean? That's a baby.
She's as tall as him. My bad, yo. I can't. My eyes ain't as good. I can't see her face.
Facts.
Oh,
Facts.
young lady's wife. Word, right?
Beyonce.
Yeah, it's true. At that point, you gotta feel like a slap in the face. Oh, now he's shitting on the whole Grammys.
Fuck this shit, yo. Fuck this whole
Fuck outta
award.
here, yo.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here, yo.
Nobody want to hear that bullshit. Big shout out to Jay-Z. He's right.
Yeah, well.
Fuck this Grammy shit. I like this part. Forget the Grammys. She look just like her mother, boy.
How old is he, yo? He gotta be like 50 now,
He's
right?
50 something.
What a fucking journey
Right?
to drive
Right?
around that. Yo, them projects he's from, yo, that shit's wow.
Right?
The Marcy projects, yo.
It's a
Used to
long
drive
way
around.
from.
Look at that shit, yo. It's Flushing.
It's a long way from.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
What a journey, right? News cameras never come.
Facts.
We playing music this whole pod. Fuck everybody, yo.
Big shout out to Jay-Z. I'm with him.
Yeah.
Fuck the Grammys.
Run.
That shit don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
You know what I
fuck
mean?
that.
Ain't nobody in no barbershop ever argued about how many Grammys no rappers
I
have.
didn't even know like I said, I didn't know the Grammys was happening until I heard Killer Mike got locked up.
Yeah, right? That's fucked up.
Did we find? Can you look up why he got locked up?
Yeah, we can. Let's go to the Googles.
Please. Cause I'm curious. Cause I was like, damn, was it in Atlanta? Cause the Grammy
Overzealous security. Oh wow. Don't tell me he
the
got locked
Grammys
up.
is L.A., right?
Yeah. How y'all messed that
This
up?
Miley
This is why
Cyrus-
we need to stop showing
This
up
is
to
the
these
wrong
things.
shit. You playing Miley Cyrus?
I'm playing the ad here. I am playing the ad. See, telling the truth.
Oh my God.
Rapper Killer Mike was led away in handcuffs in Los Angeles hours after winning a Grammy.
Oh my God. Yo,
LAPD arrested him for a misdemeanor battery, and he is in the process of being released.
Wow.
He's in his suit.
Wait there, yo. You got into like a fake scuffle? They don't let nobody fight no more, yo.
Right?
They're not letting that shit happen at all. I was just thinking about that the other day. You used to see more fights in the street. Like people will fight more.
Yeah, them days.
In other news now at 11,
Too many
Rapper
cameras.
Killer Mike won 3 Grammys tonight, including Best Rap Album. And
feel
then
like
this
even the cops
happened.
used to let
This
you
video
fight.
from Chris Gardner of The Hollywood Reporter shows the rapper being escorted out of Crypto.com arena
Wow.
by LAPD officers.
After
Police say Killer
altercation.
Mike, whose name is Michael Render, was handcuffed and arrested after a physical altercation. He was booked at LAPD's Central Division for
Man,
misdemeanor
that means he won
battery
Grammys
and
for
released.
Mike.
Hello,
Michael.
I'm Mark Brown.
Hey,
Get
at
more
least you know.
Yeah, it was a great album.
I
Shout
mean,
out to Killer Mike, but that's like fuck, man.
Yeah, at least you know Killer Mike
You go
not
from like
playing
a
wherever
super
you go.
high to a super low like
Why is that
that
a super low?
to get locked, just to get put in cuffs. That shit feels nasty.
I see it like, he got put in cuffs for standing on 10, and he's a person that's going
But
to stand on 10.
After
Whatever
altercation, but why?
whatever the situation was that he had to get in somebody's face, sometimes you need to know, I don't give a fuck about no Grammys, boy. Don't talk to me like no crazy. And you know it had to be a situation.
Everybody should have got like. I want to see 3 other people arrested then.
I
'Cause
feel
it
you.
wasn't just him.
Is it? Yeah,
If it's an altercation,
I feel you.
I don't like that. I just don't like it.
I don't like the fact that he got locked up either.
Yeah.
But hey, if it was a
Break it
situation,
up and sit them down. You know
if
what I'm
it
saying?
was a
That's what I mean. Like
situation where
motherfuckers don't fight.
somebody was trying to disrespect him and he had to stand on it, then I'm with him on that.
Oh,
You know
I
what
was
mean?
never questioning his
I'm with him
his
on
manhood
that.
or nothing
You know
like
what I
that.
mean? Killer Mike gonna stand on it. It don't matter where he at,
He don't give a
Grammys,
fuck.
church. You know what I mean? Don't come at him crazy. Cause I'm
That's
sure.
good to know, but I wasn't putting it past him.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like whatever caused this, the person was coming at him crazy. Cause he's not somebody that really like outside. You at the Grammys, you
No,
won 3
yeah.
Grammys. Somebody has to say some real wild shit to you,
For him to get like that, right?
right? You know what I mean? So,
I would imagine.
cause when has he ever had these kind of moments? Never.
Never.
You know what I mean? So yeah, somebody said some real wild
Yeah.
shit. You know what I
You're
mean?
the first one to preach peace and all that
Right.
shit.
So you can imagine whatever
Don't
it
do the
was.
knucklehead shit. He's always the first one to say, don't do the knucklehead shit. He got
Whatever
caught
it
up.
was, and he knows his camera is there. He's not a fool. He's not some young kid. He's a grown man.
That's whack.
So whatever it
still
was,
don't like it.
somebody tried to violate, and he
Right.
stood on it. Like, nah, you're not gonna disrespect me. I don't care where I'm at. Big shout out to Killer Mike.
Always.
You know, and he's out of jail.
Quick free mic.
I'm looking forward to see what happened when he starts telling the stories.
Yeah, word, yo. I want to know the behind the scenes of that.
Or
I didn't see no Grammys.
y'all was running around the city last night.
What you did?
I just went around checking out some spots.
Yeah?
You know, trying to a partner trying to do like a meetup, so we were checking out some venues.
Mm.
And yo,
Anything good?
you know, it's been a minute. I don't have I was telling you earlier, I don't have the time to do any extra projects, right?
Mhm.
But you know, she's doing it, and I'm like, yo, if you do it, like if you decide to do it, I'll support you. Like I could
Do
be your
what?
number
She's
two.
looking for venues? Oh,
And,
to
like,
throw.
to do a meetup.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yo, I'll be your number two. I'll be your Alfred for sure. You know what I mean?
I hope you all.
Yeah, because I can sit on the computer, look up shit, you know, stage it. I just, you know, as far as being the
You gotta
person,
be point.
I can't. I don't
You
have,
gotta run point. You
I don't
telling
have
her,
time.
yeah, she gotta run point.
You gotta run point on this one. I'll just be your assistant. So we was running around the city, picked up, like made a list of some spots, and then I was trying to do one or two. She wanted to see all of them. I'm just like, I'm like, it felt like work.
It's a lot.
it's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's a lot. You know what I mean? But we did it. We saw, and we wasn't staying there too long. It was like came in there, had a little, either some water or a snack, just to see what the service was like. Had a quick conversation about what nights are busy, what to expect, and things
Yeah.
like that. Walked around the area to see like what trains were available and how people could get there and stuff. But it was good to run around the city because I feel like people are coming back outside since COVID. The city was mad dead during COVID for a long time, and I was like, I was a little nervous. Like, damn, New York is looking kind of wonky. But it was Sunday, and people were coming in, having a good time. You know what I mean? You saw a lot of people in Times Square, and then we went down to the Village. The Village was kind of quiet. I actually did another event at a spot that next door to a spot that we were checking out, and I was working with Farrell. Right, he had like an industry event, and I had like a thing there. So that bar was still there, so we checked that out. But you know, the city is definitely not what it was. I passed by Essex. Remember Essex on the corner of Houston and Essex? That used to be the spot when we was young. It's a
bar?
big building. It's a club. It's a
I
big
don't know.
building, right? It was called Club. I believe it was called Club Essex, but it's on Houston,
Maybe.
and let me like Second Avenue. That turns into Essex.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because we used to, I remember the bars on First Ave. Comma was on one side and Sutra was across the street.
Sutra, word.
Essex
Sutra was loud.
Essex was around the corner.
Essex was around the corner.
yeah.
They had the little small lounges on the side and shit.
Yeah.
The city's trying to convince people to reopen some of these spots back up, right? Because they're struggling right now with tourism and just people coming back outside.
Yeah, everything's fucking expensive.
Everything is mad expensive, bro. You heard us last week with the clip we played.
Yeah,
Everything is mad
it's
expensive.
nonstop.
But I feel for bar owners and club owners because it was Sunday night and it was busier than it was since COVID, but it wasn't New York
wasn't
busy.
packed.
Yeah.
Them days is a long way from coming. Everything's expensive. The congestion price is gonna keep people out too.
That
Unless
starts.
they're gonna take the fucking train into the city.
That starts end of spring.
That's soon. That's like by the summertime. That's gonna be in full effect.
And I don't even understand, like, so the Williamsburg Bridge and the Queensboro Bridge are still free.
No, everything under 60th Street.
That's what I'm saying. The congestion pricing is a toll that you pay for driving in Lower Manhattan. But technically, the Williamsburg Bridge and the Queensboro Bridge are still free in the sense that you're not paying to cross the bridge. You're paying to drive in Lower Manhattan.
They hitting you once you come off the bridge. They're gonna set up cameras.
Right. They hit you.
Yeah.
But the way they worded it,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like the city's doing, I feel like the city's doing some fuck shit.
Yeah,
Because there has to
absolutely.
be some rule where you have to
Yeah.
have free bridges. So it's like, oh, we're not gonna put a toll on the Williamsburg
Yeah.
and Queensboro Bridge. No, we won't put a toll on it because I think they tried and they got shut down.
Well, probably. But that is every bridge because the Triborough you got to pay for it.
Triborough,
the
you gotta
only
pay.
bridge now you're not paying for, I think, is like the 3rd Ave and the Willis Bridge that connects the Bronx and Harlem.
Right.
Those are the only two bridges now in the city that you're not paying a
Now
toll
you gotta
for.
pay for every bridge.
Every bridge you paying a toll.
and that,
That shit is wild.
and you pay
yo.
that, you pay the exit too.
I don't think so. I think it's only driving in,
That shit is wild, bro.
but it's $15. That's the going rate.
I don't understand
That was the price they agreed on.
what
It's like how it used to be in Staten Island a long time ago, years ago.
Years ago.
Staten Island, you only had to pay going into Staten Island.
Right. Now
You
you
had
get
to
on
pay
both
coming
sides.
out. Now you got to pay both sides, but they split the difference.
Where's this money going? That's what the
Who
fuck I
knows,
want to
yo?
know, yo. Let's look at New York
Because
City's
the Port
budget.
Authority, the Port Authority lost like $2 billion unaccounted for, and nobody went to jail over that shit.
How the fuck you
But-
lose $2 billion
But the
and nobody go
IRS
to
is gonna
jail?
knock on my door because of my Cash App. Like
Right.
that's wild. Yo.
That's wild,
Like
right?
how the fuck don't make sense, yo.
The boy-
They lose $2
Yeah.
billion. Nobody questioning this shit.
that is wild.
This is crazy.
That
We
is
paying
wild.
for everything because, like you said, where does the money go?
Where is the money?
They get funding from the federal government. All this fucking traffic shit. That's state. That's state funded.
I want to know
And
where
the
the money
city's
is.
paying for most of that shit. Us in the city are paying for like 85% of their budget.
I'm trying to figure it out. Where is the
Where-
money?
It goes across the rest of the state, yo. We paying for the whole state to have luscious highways and shit.
Yo, the MTA is raising the train fees.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Motherfucking-
$5 one way.
You're paying a toll to come across the bridge.
Every bridge.
Taxes go up every year.
Inflation's a motherfucker.
And all I keep hearing these niggas is broke. Where is the
Wow.
money?
Where's the money going? What we doing?
I'm trying to look at the budget to see where the
It's not
money's
work-
going.
It's not gonna work.
71. So we make 71 billion dollars in taxes, right?
This is in billions.
The 71 is represented in billions. Yeah, it's an easier way to write it. Like they do that in accounting.
They
Right.
collect $71 billion a year in taxes.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
The state of New York.
State of New York.
Holy shit. Why there's not Wi-Fi and free everything should be free.
Right.
Why
yeah.
are we still paying for shit?
So, and that tax rate is going up too. So
71 billion a year they collecting.
They're getting 71 in 24, 73 in 25, 74
They're
in 26.
anticipating the number to go up $1 billion every year.
Right. So, and then they get another $8 billion in miscellaneous revenues, right?
Sure, why not?
All right, we're losing $2 billion in intracity disallowances. The state's giving us $18 billion. The feds is giving us $11 billion, right? So we're doing about $110 billion a year, right? Am I reading that right?
That's
100
given to the state
that the state is making and is receiving,
on taxes. Yes, correct.
right? We're spending $55 billion on personal services.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, let's look that up. What?
I jumped ahead. The total we're getting 110 billion, but we spending 115.
Yeah.
I think they do that on purpose so they can keep getting more money. I think they overspend so they could be like, yo, we need more money, so they have to get more money on the next year.
So
That's their fucking money games they playing.
according to this,
Personal services. What's that like? Sanitation, the hospitals, paying for the
personal
cops and shit like that?
salaries, wages,
Yep.
and infringed benefits of
City employees. Okay. 55 billion.
$55 billion
All
a
right,
year.
don't touch that.
So, and then there's another $52 billion in other personal services.
No, that's 52 or 2.
That's 52 right here. 52. Because this is supposed to be written.
Oh, as a dollar sign.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So they write it in, the dollars are in millions, right? So
Billions.
So this is 55,000 million, right?
Oh, okay.
Which is
Yes,
55
which is a
billion.
billion. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Pardon me.
So 52,000, 52.
I thought that was a dollar sign. That's why I
It
couldn't
is.
see.
It is
No,
a dollar sign.
For the
right here.
52.
Oh, for
That's why
this.
I thought it was 2
Oh,
billion.
yeah, I wish it was a dollar sign. So
yeah.
this is 52. They made 52 billion in other personal services.
See, that's
so
what's that?
what is that?
What's other personal service?
what
It's not the
is other
employees.
personal?
That's they're gonna say is like the train and the buses. That they provide that for the city. But we paying still, yo. That's what's bullshit, yo.
expenses other than salaries and fringe benefits such as supplies, equipment, utilities, and contractual services.
Oh, so the shit they need, yeah.
So this is like all the New York City contracts, I'm guessing.
The vehicles and shit
Okay.
to pay for the fleet.
Okay. All right. So that's costing us.
You cut into that.
That's costing us 52 billion a year,
You'll bring that to like 45, 40.
right? So let's see what else we got here, yo. I like this. So then we have a debt of 7 billion, right? I guess we borrowed some money. So the city has debt services. The city also sells municipal bonds. You ever bought a municipal bond before?
Nope.
So you should. It's a great way to save some money on your taxes.
Yeah.
The city sells when they want to borrow money and shit, they'll sell a bond out. You can make a couple dollars on the money you give them, and it's like giving them a loan. All right. So the city has a debt service of $7 billion. They have a reserve of $1.2 billion. They have a capital stabilization reserve. I guess is that cash. I guess of $250 million. And then what is this less interest city? I don't know what this is right here. That's plus $2 billion. I don't know what that is. We gotta see what that is.
I don't know.
Let's see.
They spending more than they get.
Intra-city purchases and sales. Services purchased and sold among city agencies. Agency budgets will include amounts required to pay for services purchases from other agencies. Okay, so this is like when one agency buys something for another agency, they
Covered?
put it in the budget as an expense. But it's not, we don't owe an external person. We owe ourselves that money.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, and that puts us at $115 billion in the hole a year. Right. Now there's a surplus roll adjustment of $4 billion. What is a surplus roll adjustment?
The red negative $4 billion, right? Maybe that's the difference. That's the difference because they giving us 110 and we spending 115. So that was like 4.9, right? Some shit like that.
So combining, what is the budget surplus? So the gap that they have projected, I guess it's a surplus, right?
So they get more.
They have extra money. They projected more. I guess it's extra from last year. They spent less than they had last year.
So they could roll over.
Let me see here. Let me see if I find something real quick. Oh, understanding New York City's budget. Where's the money?
We're not doing this whole lesson.
Hold on. I don't need to do the whole lesson. I just want to know where my money's going.
Personal services.
I see.
You like your garbage getting picked up, right?
Yeah, all right.
You like calling somebody in case there's a fire, right?
So for years, the city has used budget surpluses. All right, if spending exceeds revenues, a shortfall or a gap, the mayor and the council might debate options such as reducing spending or raising additional revenues to close the gap. If revenue exceeds spending, a surplus, they might debate how best to use these funds to increase spending or cut. So the mayor probably did job cuts, and that's probably the surplus from the job cuts and shit, how they save the money.
They did mad layoffs last year.
Yeah. So
that's whack, yo. Can we look up another state like Kentucky? Can we see their annual budget?
they ain't got no money.
We got 110 billion coming the state's way. You gotta look up too how much of the budget comes from the taxes they collect.
50 billion.
Oh,
Then in 2022.
Kentucky gets 50 billion. Wow.
So let's see.
Which state you think gets the least amount? What's the smallest state like Providence?
Kentucky's 2022 to 2024 executive budget. So they're doing that shit in 2 years. It looks like a responsible and real budget. $441 million. That's
what they're looking for.
And 517 in FY20 for, this is the public education budget. Let me see if I can get a full breakdown.
This is breaking down each.
But I think their full budget was only like, let me see. The government's budget adds nearly $2 billion over the biennium to the current education. What's
so
the
every
main?
2 years it goes.
How much are you spending, Poppy?
I think it was the 50 billion.
50 billion? All right, yeah, 50 billion. Is that what I said initially?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and what we have, 110?
110.
I feel like we should be making way more than
200 billion.
Right? How are we only making double what Kentucky?
I just don't like that they beating us over the head. They're making so much money off of us. God damn.
Look at the head count though. The city is not only is it losing people, right? It looks like the budget is going up and there's less people to pay for it. Is that what we're saying? Is that why taxes are so damn high?
That's why they anticipate. That's why they hitting us with congestion pricing. They're trying to figure out to cover costs when there's not that many people. We gotta overtax the people that are still here. That's still stupid enough to stay.
That's smart. That's smart. I wonder what California is
the city's really telling you, yo, either get the fuck out or keep paying. That's it, yo. Shut up.
So California.
If you don't like it,
Fuck out of here, yo. California has a state budget of the budget spends $310 billion in total state funds. So
California is the whole like West Coast, yo.
oh, this is New York City, right? You're right.
New York State.
No, we just looked at New York City.
No way.
That was just New York
That's
City.
just the city?
That's just the city.
I thought that was the whole state.
No, that's just the city.
I'm gonna be sick.
The city does 110.
Wait, so how much does the state get? The state of New York. I thought we was looking at the state.
Nah. State park get like 140, 229.
229. Oh
So
my
half of the state
God.
budget
goes to New York.
Half comes from New York, yeah.
Holy shit.
Because we all pay taxes up. New York is
right.
almost like half that. Damn.
Yeah,
fucking-
half the fucking whole budget.
Upstate need to hold their weight, yo.
Yeah, show up.
Show up.
Rednecks.
Oh, don't do
The
that.
further up you
Big
go,
shout out to the upstate fans.
the more southern they get.
Big shout out to the fans of state. Newburgh, Albany, Watertown,
Oswego, Buffalo.
Oswego. Yeah.
So
We love
what
you.
other upstate? Syracuse,
We
Peak
love you.
Skills. Shout out to Peak Skills.
Right. Cali spends most of their money on health and human services.
That's a lie. There's more. No, let me shut up.
That's what according to
Mad
their budget.
homeless in fucking Cali.
Yeah, that's why they spending most
That's
of
why
their
they
money
gotta
on
spend
it.
So much money, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And it's not like those people are paying taxes. They can't afford to pay taxes. So you got to
Oh
get them
my
right.
God. I feel bad for the next generation
Do you? Why?
because we barely figuring it out, and they getting fucked out the gate, yo.
I feel like every generation
I
is
feel
barely
like we had
figured it
some
out.
leeway to like maneuver and shit while the government figured out the best way to fuck everybody. Cause now they got shit on lock, yo. Now that they digital and everything, they tracking everything now.
Yeah,
That's a wrap.
I think that's great
I think it's a wrap.
because now we can see things that normally would have been hidden from us in our communities.
But we still can't see what they doing.
Oh, if you can see the budget, you got to start. If you can see the budget, you know where the money is supposed to be. You can start. You can start saying, "Hey, why is so and so only getting ABC and I'm getting XYZ?" You couldn't do that in the past. You couldn't walk into the mayor's office and be like, before it was on the internet and this Freedom of
Still can't
Information
do
Act was
that,
out.
yo.
What you mean?
You can't go into the mayor's office and bitch about congestion pricing.
Not bitch. I'm saying that you couldn't go before the Freedom of Information Act and the internet. You couldn't get this information. You had to be on the inside to see the city's budget. That would be considered like private. You know what I mean? But now, as a citizen, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say we consider private. It's out. It was public
It was
information.
public record. It was just
But
hard,
it's just
to find.
hard to find. Yeah, you know what I mean?
You had to know somebody to really look for that
Go look at-
shit.
yeah.
You gotta know the library
If you
fucking
know, you
manager
know.
and shit.
But now you can just go on the internet, Google it. They got a nice little pie chart for you, some PDFs. You can read it, chat GPT to figure out what it says, and show up to the meetings and be like, yo, where's the money?
We still didn't figure it out.
It's going to, you did. It's going to city workers and city contracts.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime I see
Don't touch
fucking
that shit. Don't touch
cops
that
and
fucking-
firefighters, I just
don't
be
touch
cops,
that budget.
firefighters, sanitation. I just be like, look at my money.
Don't touch that budget. That's where it's going.
Look at my money. Look at this. Look
No
at this.
fucking snow.
Look at this. Thank God.
It's still winter, yo.
I need a
cold as
tax
fuck.
break. I don't need no snow.
Cold as fuck. I was running around this weekend. I saw Scooby, yo. We was hanging out. I saw her baby. New
Oh, okay.
baby.
Congratulations.
Yeah, right? I ain't seen her like a year and change. Babies are mad cute, yo. Her older one, she's 2. Her kids are like the same age difference as my kids. So it was like 2 and change and the baby. But the older one took to it. She's a great big sister. It was dope hanging out with them. It was dope driving around Jackson Heights. The old stomping grounds.
Is it hitting different now that you're watching Griselda?
No. I'm familiar with over that. That's all Roosevelt Ave, 82nd Street and shit.
Well, no, but Griselda, like, that was her strong. She was strong there in the 70s and 80s. Like,
What?
'cause you're watching the series.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, you're not like, oh, shit, making connections. Like, oh, this is,
In Jackson Heights?
yes, well, a lot of coke came through Corona and Jackson Heights.
I wasn't there for that.
Uh,
I was still in the Bronx when that shit was going on. I was talking about in high school. I was running around over there in high school and shit. The high school years, running around Roosevelt, 82nd Street up there.
yeah.
That's why I was like old stomping grounds. I do that shit to tease my wife too.
What you mean?
I'm like, oh, it's my old stomping ground. Anytime we go into like an old neighborhood, when I'll be in LES or Washington Heights or the Bronx, oh, look, it's my old stomping grounds.
How's that a tease your wife?
Because it's insinuating that I fucked mad bitches all over the city.
Is that what that means?
Yeah. When I do it, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. And she knows.
That's not what I got from that. You had to tell me. I'm glad I
The
asked.
old stomping grounds. That's what I got around.
Oh. Okay.
So she got a good sense of humor, thank God.
Does she though?
But she didn't make a big deal when I said it this time.
Oh man, that's funny. That's
But yeah,
funny.
when we got there, when we pulled up, I was like, fuck, I want arepas, yo.
Did you get some?
Hell yeah. Old school Colombian style. With the cheese in it. I got some empanadas for the boys because I was like, yo, fuck that. We in Jackson Heights. I want to eat Colombian food now. We out here. This is a Staten Island's dope for pizza and bagels, but fuck all that.
Word.
Because the kids were like, can I get a cheeseburger? I said, nah,
cheeseburger.
we getting real food now, yo. We out here in this neighborhood. We taking advantage.
You see how the mall changed?
Oh, I didn't go by the mall.
Oh, you was only in over there by
Yeah,
Northern.
we was just hanging out. Yeah, I was hanging out at her crib.
Oh, okay.
How the mall look? The mall look fucked up?
No, they've added on to it. They got.
I know they made that connection, but that was a while back.
They got like a steakhouse over there. Like it's nice.
They got the Cheesecake Factory over there across the street.
Cheesecake Factory.
Mhm.
And I think is it Fogo de Chao? I don't know. I'm not sure. There's another like fancy restaurant
Oh
over
yeah?
there too.
Oh no, I haven't been over there.
If-
I usually avoid that fucking place.
That's because of the traffic, right?
Spending money, the traffic's off the hook.
Right.
Fuck that intersection.
Right. It's very nostalgic though.
yeah.
That whole
Yeah,
whole
being
back.
around there, driving down fucking 37th Ave and shit in Roosevelt. It's dope moving around the city.
You see any
It's
migrants?
dope being familiar.
You see any migrants while you out there?
As far as well, I can't tell. I can't. Jackson Heights, they all. There's all Ecuadorians and Colombians and shit out there.
Mm. I was by Randall's Island. Well, just the homeless shelter. They had it's like a bunch of families that had like luggage and bags. I mean, maybe they were just recently homeless, but they all look like they're all Spanish speaking and Haitian. And I was just like, this must be the migrants. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because
okay.
you keep hearing the city is
They got some locations, yeah, because
Right.
they'll put up tents and shit in some spots, and they'll have them stay out there.
That's what I was asking. So I figured Jackson Heights. You know what I mean? It's culturally.
But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not there. Nobody's walking around looking like. Well, everybody. It's Jackson Heights, yo. If you know, you fucking know what the fuck is going on over there. Mexicans,
If you know,
Colombians,
you know.
Venezuelans, Nicaraguan. That's all South America over there.
See any hoes?
No, I wasn't at that part. I was with the kids. I wasn't exploring.
They be out there though, on the street.
That's more towards. Let me shut up.
There's a really great taco place
Not
too.
around where I was at. I was trying to get this shit off the truck, but the truck was a Mexican truck, and I was like, nah, I don't want tacos or none of this shit. I want Colombian food.
I went and got some tacos on the truck because that South American area is really good, but the hoes just be
The
outside.
street food is off the hook. It's still cold though, so
They be right. I don't give a fuck.
That's true.
They be out there with the thick stockings.
that's true. I used to see them in Brooklyn like that, off Pennsylvania Ave,
Oh man, Pennsylvania Ave. You
Man.
cut that Pennsylvania Ave at 3-4 a.m.
Alabama and
leaving
shit,
the
all that
Boston
shit,
shit.
Georgia, all those state name
I just
streets.
be like, oh, what the fuck is going on down here? Facts. That's why I asked. I'm like, you was on Roosevelt? I had
Hunts Point.
I brought somebody to get some tacos, and it was just like, they give you the look like, oh, it's a lot of ladies of the,
The
night. out
street
here.
walkers.
So where you frequent? Oh no, just the tacos is good, baby. The tacos. Have a taco.
Street meat is the best. Pause. That's why I like halal food. I like all that shit. They cooking that shit with their blood, sweat, and tears in that little ass truck.
The halal truck
I
in the
taste
city
that shit.
still has a long line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't never getting in no line
Never.
for street meat. Fuck
I was
outta
just
here.
saying. I said
I've
that
been
to
here
him.
too long.
Fuck
I've been
all
here
that
too long.
bullshit. Fuck out of here,
That
yo.
shit, you crazy,
Never.
yo.
That shit don't make no sense.
I ain't getting
didn't
a
do
line
it back
nowhere,
then.
yo.
I'm not doing that. I still
Once
don't
I
know what
find
that
out there's
tastes
a
like.
line, I leave.
Somebody had bought it and let me taste it. It tastes like regular halal food. I'm like, this is regular halal
Nah,
food,
yeah.
my guy.
Especially if it's nothing special.
We could go off the block.
Fuck
This
that.
is regular halal. He not doing nothing different. Marketing at best. It always like, is it Animaniacs? Is it the chicken? It's a fucking chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken.
You know what I mean? Probably halftime now.
You know, are we? Where we at?
This nigga not running the show here.
No, what we got? We got time. Bullshit.
You know what I mean?
But we doing for halftime. I forgot already.
Look at this guy right here.
Oh, we talking shit, yo. You
Yo.
got that shit. Let's start it then.
Yo.
Fuck it. Do a halftime whenever the fuck we want. We got rap beef.
Big shout out to Nicki Minaj.
Shout out to Queens. Was that for that Meg shot first, right?
Meg shot first. Let's play the Meg shit first.
Let's get into it. Let's
Meg-
talk shit about this. This
Meg-
is fun. This is what we've been looking for, right? You was hyping it up. You like, I want this shit to happen.
I'm here for it. Megan put out this song called Hiss.
I just want to kick this shit off by saying,
All right,
fuck
man.
y'all. I ain't got to
Oh.
clear my name on a motherfucking
Shit's
thing.
going on
Every
right
time
now.
I get mentioned, one of y'all bitch ass niggas get 24 hours
This
of
is very
attention.
much like
I'm
Tupac.
finna get this shit out my chest and
Very
leave
much
the
hit 'em up
Let's
is.
go.
Yeah, right?
And if the beat live, ay, I feel like Mariah Carey. Got these niggas so obsessed. My
Oh.
pussy so famous might get managed by Kris Jenner next. He can't move on, can't let it go. He hook nose full of that Tina Snow. And since niggas need making help to make money, bitch, come be my hoe. All of you bitches is wig on the Bible. Talking shit for a no one can find you. I can never be judged by a bitch that was dancing, making R. Kelly go viral. Hey, I'm sexy as fucking, I'm freaky. Get whoever I want any
Making
minute.
R.
What the
Kelly
fuck would I
go-
Is
say
she
with a
naked
nigga
in
that's
this?
weak
Is she
as shit,
talking
don't know
about
how to
Nicki?
please me. Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Say he fuck making it, now he the topic. These niggas thinking they lowered the value. All this free promo, I'm turning to profit. Hey, when a nigga be kissing and telling, say he'll play a
I
big
still
in his
love
feelings.
Megan.
Bet I
She's
won't
talking
give
shit
up the
about
pussy
party, it
again,
sound
shit.
like.
Aye, gave it to his friend.
Listen,
These
Megan
hoes don't
can
be
be
mad at
as
Megan.
toxic
These hoes
as she
mad at
is.
Megan's law. I don't really know what
Megan,
the problem
with
is, but I
all the
guarantee y'all
bullshit,
want me
I
started.
still
Bitch, you a
love
pussy. Never
Megan.
finna check me. Every chance you
Fuck
get,
it.
bitch, your weak ass wanna dress me. Bitches swear they cheat, but the G must stand for goofy. When the fuck did all the gangsta niggas turn to groupies? Everybody wanna kick it when you ain't a threat. These niggas don't like me cause they know I'm on their neck. Y'all goofy assholes look so dumb every time y'all celebrate fake news. Using my name for likes and views. I don't give a fuck what y'all make trend, bitch, I still win. Nigga, ain't you here? I ain't scared of dick. Any man go against me, I handle shit. I'm a Teflon Don in the courtroom. They be throwing that dirt, don't shit stick. All these little rap niggas so fraud. Saying they be they hardest bars. These niggas hate on BBL and be walking around with the same scars.
Oh,
Real curvy,
shit.
no edging. Niggas fight to get in my section. Don't speak on my body count if the dick ain't worth coming back for seconds. Cosplay, gangsters, fake ass.
That's a bar right there. Don't speak on my
don't
body
count.
count.
It don't count if you don't hit it twice?
If it ain't worth me coming back to.
That's why they trying to rip me. Still going hard with the odds against me.
Then I got a lot of bodies that don't count.
These bitches don't have plastic shots and they still tuned in.
You don't get a repeat offender?
Then
the one night stands don't count? The one shots?
Y'all talk shit and be broke as fuck. Bottom line is I'm still
They
rich.
count.
Making bad and
You
I'm
can't
still
talk about
good.
it.
Bottom line is they still would. I just wanna fuck my nigga and
It's not an accolade.
When she dissing Nicki, I want to hear
Damn, I
some
knew my shit was
flagrant
heat. None of you
Nicki
niggas was wife
disses.
material. None of you niggas was worth all the drama. None of you niggas was hitting
Still
it
sound like
hard
she
and
talking
mad.
shit
I'm
about
not one of your
party.
baby mamas. Always got my ass out. Always let my titty show. When I'm in the gym, I
This
think
whole
about
shit is
bitches
about
that I'm
Nicki.
shitting on. I'm way too fucking cocky to
What is
take
she
him back if
saying,
he
though?
been cheating. I can't let none of you raggedy bitches think that y'all my equal. Ever since I
Okay.
claimed the summer, all you bitches want a season.
Here we
Ask a
go.
hoe why she don't like me, bet she can't give you a reason. You
Now
know
I hear it.
motherfucking well, these bitches wanna sound like Tina. Don't you ever grab a mic and think that me and you competing. Hey, that bitch
still
in the
love
boss ain't been there.
Megan Thee
Hoes go
Stallion,
so
yo.
start
I don't
trending.
know.
Why every time one of y'all see
Maybe
this
I
hoe
like
do it,
toxic
hey,
chicks.
I get mentioned. I don't give a fuck who think what. You niggas is typing for nothing. On the
tall,
internet
too?
typing that shit to
Golly,
me. Write him a
boy.
letter or something. Say bitch ass nigga, don't type me nothing else. Don't write me
Country.
nothing else. Download JPay since y'all niggas got so much to say. Or schedule a conjugal visit or something. Dick riding ass niggas.
Dangerous. Oh my God.
All right.
That was Meg
Give
shit.
it up for Meg Thee Stallion. His.
Big shout out to Meg.
I like that Nicki came right back.
Serious.
Why not? And this is the fake,
Ho.
you know
The
who,
things
did you
that
know
you
what?
lied
Let's just
about.
keep that between me and you for now.
Even pertaining to you. Since you think it's funny
Does Meg say more?
to speak about
Nah, they went.
people's foul.
Meg came back and was like, "Who said it was about you?"
Oh, she caught, please?
Word.
You see?
didn't-
I don't respect that.
Play the reindeer games.
I don't respect that.
As soon as your new nose
If she's
heals,
not, all right, well, then Nicki put her in her place then.
and soon as your
Nicki put her in her place. Shout out to Queens.
if
You know, you know. from A-Dub, and check this out. So speaking on the live radio app Station Head, coincidentally a platform favored by Minaj.
Let's see.
All right.
This is
This
Meg's
what started?
response. Yeah, this is Meg's response.
Oh, to the diss?
Oh my God. So not my fault. Like,
This appeared to be in response to Nicki's recent claims at the Jay-Z foundation called Rock Nation.
happened with the documentary. All right. Nation.
Don't make me
Oh my God. So not my fault. Like,
This appeared to be in response to Nicki's recent claims that the Jay-Z founded label, which manages Megan, are paying people to badmouth her on social media and employing bots to promote Megan's single Hiss, which sparked the beef. Tina Snow also appeared to respond to a direct line said by Nicki on Bigfoot saying,
say about tonight.
Hold on, because if we go number one, bitch, I might put the straw back in the fifth for Hennessy, bitch. I might have to go back to
Put the straw up in the fifth. Hot girl shit.
Let's get ratchet.
Let's get ratchet.
referencing Hiss challenging for the top spot on the Billboard Hot 100. This was seemingly a reply to the lyric,
Your flow is such a bore. Drinking a bottle of honey through a straw.
These are the first comments that Megan Thee Stallion has made since Nicki Minaj released Bigfoot, which mocked the death
This
of
is
her
like a
mother, her
stretch.
shooting at the hands of Tory Lanez, and
Yeah,
her
it's
alleged
very
liposuction,
subliminal.
among other things.
It's not like direct.
Nicki has
Rihanna never would milk something like that. Like, you could tell she couldn't wait to get that part of her life. Like, you could tell she couldn't wait
What
to just try
platform
to
is this?
move on with her life.
I think this is X.
'Cause
I'm out the
Rihanna
loop.
knows that
Oh, this
she-
was a new
she
Twitter
was a
feature? Y'all could just speak to
superstar
people
with or
now?
without
Mhm.
controversy.
Like, wasn't
Like a
that?
group, like
She's
a
beautiful with or
chat?
without
Yeah.
controversy. She's loved with or without controversy. I'm sorry, sympathy.
The Young Money hitmaker has also been forced to deny that she is taking cocaine after a number of users on social media accused her of going on a coke rant against Megan. Rock Nation has been targeted by Minaj in one of her many social media tirades over the last week. She singled out the company's CEO, Desiree Perez, and said she had a diss track especially for her, spending
Oh,
so
shit.
much money, but she's a little broke independent artist. Desiree, you gotta let it go, baby. The world knows she's ass and can't rap. Stop effing trying to make fetch happen. Hashtag
Oh,
Bigfoot.
Nicki's mad that they
I just put out a
promoing
song with
Meg so
no
much.
promo, no video. It's
Seems that
already
way.
number 2. On the next song,
Nicki's
I Dub
being
You
salty.
to all the
Nicki's
people
saying that
Desiree
Nicki's being
allegedly
salty
fired
for
for
it.
They also
unknown
paying
reasons.
bots to
Other
talk
things
shit
as
about her
well.
shit.
So
To
many
pump
people were
up-
blindsided
to
and
pump
hurt
up
by
Meg
her,
shit and
allegedly.
downplay her
She's willing to
shit.
go broke
Yeah.
to try to replace me. Fix it, Jesus. Hashtag Goodfoot. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't
Shout out
forget
to you, yo.
Oh, so this is Nicki shooting at Meg and shooting at her whole fucking camp.
Basically, that's what the beef for me is. Just it was lackluster.
Yeah, it wasn't really about the music or nothing. They're not,
Yeah, it was not
they're not really
crazy.
rapping about, oh, I can rap better than you and nothing like that. It's more like, fuck you, fuck your whole camp. Y'all not better than me at this music shit.
Right. Yeah. So wasn't super excited.
I think it's over then. If
What you
she's
mean?
copping, if Meg is copping, please saying it wasn't about Nicki.
Yeah, honestly, if I have to see a
It
concert
wasn't
tomorrow,
super direct, and that's why I was like confused the whole time because I heard it sounded like she kept this in party.
I'm gonna tell you, if I have to see a concert tomorrow, right? If you said to me, Joe, you got 2 concerts you can go see. You can see Nicki Minaj or Meg Thee Stallion. I'm going to see Meg.
I'm seeing Nicki.
I'm going to see Meg. I want to see Meg to see Meg. I'm going to see Meg for the crowd. You know what I mean? The gangster chicks that Nicki's going to have in her crowd is not the vibe I'm looking for. You feel me? The women that's going to be at Meg shit, yes.
Maybe.
Twerking, ass
No,
shaking.
I think Nicki got the stronger fan base. Oh, you talking about the style of
Yeah, I'm just talking about me personally.
Yeah.
Personally, like if I have to say, if you said to me tomorrow, you can see Nicki, you can see Meg. Who do you want to go see?
I don't know, yo. Meg be spitting a lot of her rhymes. She's rhyming real fast. She gonna be out of breath. She gonna be up there twerking the whole night.
That's great.
He said, "I'll be there.
I'll be there. Get the fuck out of here, yo. I'm pulling up just for that.
That would be the show to watch.
Yeah,
She would look good to see.
absolutely.
But either if it's one or the other, I'd rather see Nicki. Just for the star factor, to see the crowd. I think it should have more fans there. I like being in that. I appreciate when the super fans get to see who they really want to see.
I feel like Nicki has a longer career, right? So she has more
So
songs.
she's like an icon. She's like, for
Right.
me, it's the icon factor. Like when I saw Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes at the 50 Cent show, that was fire because those are two legends I always wanted to see, but I never got the chance to see.
Yeah.
So it was dope to see them. So if you telling me I got the option to see one or the other, I would like to see Nicki.
But for me, as far as music that I'm gonna want to listen to and dance to and have a good time, it's gonna be
You have a
Meg.
better time at Meg?
And Meg.
I'm not familiar with Meg's music like that.
If I played you, if we go to a Meg shit and we played a couple
No,
songs.
there's a lot of familiar songs, yeah, but they
Yeah, we're
don't
talking about
hit. They don't hit like that for me.
We're talking about a concert, live.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
Nicki's gonna play. So, Nicki's gonna do some rap shit. She's
Nicki
gonna
be
do.
doing the rap
I'm a
shit.
motherfucking monster. Like, and all that shit is fire.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not. But as far as if I say I want to go to this concert, I want to have a good ass time. I'm going to see Meg. There's more songs from Meg, like that I'm gonna want to hear.
Well, this one just came out.
All right.
Word.
There's more songs from Meg that I want to hear.
She gonna be up there twerking.
Nigga.
Shake your ass.
She said, gotta give my ass a. This is what I want to hear. I'm gonna play you when Nicki's playing. I'm gonna play you with
Play the Nicki
vibe.
playlist.
Yeah, I'm gonna play you the Nicki playlist, and it's all gonna be fire. I'm not saying the music is no good. Right. So just going a little back. Right.
No, you picking random. Truffle butter. Play that one. That's a big hit. You nasty.
Which one?
Up. Right there.
That's a big hit. Is that a big hit because of Wayne and Drake, or just because Nicki by herself?
Who gives a fuck?
This is a Nicki
It's
concert,
fire,
though.
It's a fire song.
It's a Nicki concert, though.
So
You know
play
what I
that.
mean?
She can still play that shit.
She can still play it, but I'm coming to see Nicki.
You play WAP. That shit got Cardi B. What else? No, she's not playing. There
The
you go.
records I played from. These are big songs.
Oh, here's the other one. FTCU. That's the new one. That's a big one. FTCU. That's the big one. Fuck this club up.
This is a slap.
This is knocking. It'll be a good show. I'll go for the legacy aspect because I don't think she's gonna be on tour that much longer. At this level.
Yo, this song is fire. What she's saying, she's talking about her records.
We
It's
going
all
for different
good.
reasons.
Yeah, I want to hear.
But I could hear this at the strip club. The music you talking about, I
can-
would have
all-
a better time at the strip
I
club.
can hear
which I'm
all this
interested.
at the strip club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can hear all this at the strip club. But when I'm in a concert, and
If you giving me the option of one or the other, I'm picking Nicki. You picking Meg for different reasons. That's why.
yeah, of course we're gonna have different reasons. You know what I mean? You have your reasons, I have mine. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely showing to Meg.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
She's not playing this.
nah, I'm not even gonna do shit that she did with other people. And then chances are, for me on a side trip, Meg fuck with Cardi, Meg fuck with Lotto, Meg fuck with Sexy. So there's a really high chance of me getting a full gambit with Meg. Nicki don't fuck with nobody but Ice Spice. You feel me? And Ice Spice,
Spice throwing shots at Lotto.
of course, she's
I'm
with
feeling
Nicki.
that.
She's with Nicki.
I'm a fan of both. Shout out to Lotto. Big Lotto.
Big Lotto. Shout out to Lotto.
MVP.
I like the
MVP.
I like the sex music more than I like the shoot 'em up music. But I do like the gangster shit though. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know what I mean? I fucks with it. especially when I'm in the car, I'm driving.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But Meg shit slap for me, son. I don't know. People do say that she only has one rapping style. I'm like, yeah, you're right, and I like it. You know what I mean? I do. My man's just like, hey, see, that's probably you niggas is just so fucking horny. I'm like, yo, listen, I like it because I like it. Okay.
I feel like they treat her like she should be a bigger star than what she is.
Meg?
Yeah. Like she's not hitting the shit that she needs to hit that superstardom. Cause they spending a lot of money. You see the videos? These are like, I feel like these are throwaway records and they spending like millions of dollars in these videos.
Yeah, I think her marketing is really trash right now.
Yeah.
I think this shit with Tori really put a stain.
Fuck shit up for her, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's really important that even though, like, oh, you know, people are like, oh, she's a victim, da 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 da. People don't really believe that shit because of her ticket sales, her record sales, and you're seeing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How everything played out.
So you know, regardless of what happened, you know what I mean? I think that whole situation just put her, the baby, you know what I mean? None of them recovered. That whole class is sucking right now. When they was strong, they was up.
They was at the top. They was riding high.
Right. Now, like, they can't put a good record out to save themselves, bro.
Yeah, and they trying.
Hard. The baby's another one puts
Meg is beefing with the biggest female rapper right now.
And nobody cares.
I don't give a fuck.
I thought
I was excited to talk about it, but that was lackluster.
Yeah, you know. It wasn't.
I was expecting dope shit because they could both rap.
Cardi has put out some beefs, some diss tracks that would have you just like, holy shit. Cardi has come in on verses and done some shit, done like little Hot 16 and gave you little 8 bars of her popping mad shit that hit harder than both these records put together. You know what I mean?
If you give me an option of 3, I'm going to the Cardi B concert.
I'm taking Cardi over all of them.
Yeah, if you give me the 3 of them, I'm going to Cardi.
Cardi's gonna give me that gangster shit. She's gonna give me that sex shit. She's gonna give me a little bit of that drug shit. She's gonna give me that Bronx shit.
Stripper shit.
She's gonna give me that stripper shit. She's gonna give me everything I need.
That hood shit, yo.
And the other thing, everybody fucks with Cardi, so she's gonna have a lot of people show up to her shit.
It'll be a dope show.
So it's gonna be a good show, without a doubt. Cardi, Meg.
Oh, we gotta see when Cardi goes on tour.
Sexy. She needs, I think she needs.
When Cardi announces a tour, I'm gonna try to get tickets. I want to see her live.
You should, because it might be a while before you see her again.
Yeah, where?
Because they putting pressure on her to do an album.
And she don't give a fuck.
She's not doing no album.
She do whatever the fuck she want. She
Yeah.
do an album when she's ready.
I don't think she should do an album.
She don't need to.
I think she does. She does a lot of features.
I think she's caking off. Yeah, just enough. She do the music when she feel like. She's caking off doing all this other shit.
I think you gotta put mad hype into her doing this album. I need to chill out. You know, because she could put out an album, it could be trash, and then y'all could be like, oh, she fell off. Like, nah, she's still just Cardi.
Yeah.
I hate, when it gets to be mainstream, it becomes something else.
They want to dissect it. Yeah, it's whack.
It's whack. It's like, nah, like, like when she first came out, she had some winners, she had some losers. We still fuck with Cardi. It was still Cardi. I get the pressure that she has. Like, yo, fuck that.
Yeah.
She has everything to lose to put out an album.
Well,
Why would I put out an album?
and ever since she became a mom, she was like, well, fuck that. Because
Why would
when
I
she
do that?
made the last album, she was pregnant.
She about to
Like,
Lauryn Hill
as the album came out, she was going through the pregnancy. She was doing videos pregnant and everything.
She about to Lauryn Hill this motherfucker.
Yeah, ever
That's
since
it.
then, she was like, fuck
How many
that.
albums she has total?
I'm here with my kids. Just one.
Just one.
I think just one official album.
That's it.
She might have like 20 mixtapes or some
We ain't
shit.
getting no more.
I think she only has one official album, and it's solid.
It's still going.
It's a great fucking album.
Why give you another one? For what?
She don't owe nobody shit.
Don't owe you nothing. She's still getting money. She's still relevant. We still talking about her.
Hell yeah.
She got features that are doing really well. Man, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Big shout out to Cardi. She got the song Bongos. Okay. What is this? Oh, we talking
Play
shit.
this shit.
What is this? Is this is just one song?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh, you know what?
This
She
one
did
didn't.
Meg a favor with this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, big time.
And she should have went with like a J Balvin or
Yeah, we talked about it.
Bad
It was
Bunny.
off, yeah.
You know what I mean? Bad Bunny would have killed this.
Yeah.
If she redoes it, that's how she saves the song. I would call Bad
It's
Bunny.
too late already. This song came out like 2 summers ago, I feel like.
Yeah, it's old, but listen, it's music.
That was our whole plan. We said that. Yeah, we
It's
should have got
music.
Bad Bunny on it. He would have killed it off the hook. Got a Carol G or some shit.
I think if you like, if she does it and she's like, "Yo, it was just we reached out, we had a sound for it."
She gave her a favor.
She did her a favor.
She
Yeah,
looked out for her.
I'm just saying right now, I would still try to like reach out to Bad Bunny and be like, "Yo, let's do a remix." It's
Nah.
music.
I don't think he would be interested.
Bro.
Not for that. I think he would rather make a new song, not a remix.
Listen, if it works, it works.
If the check comes through, I wouldn't doubt it.
If it sounds good, if the idea is good, if it sounds good, you never know. You know what I mean? But they're not, artists is definitely gonna like it's Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. He's definitely gonna be looking at it like, oh, okay, this could be an opportunity. But big shout out to them, yo. This beef wasn't really anything to write home about.
Yeah. I'll probably never talk about this shit again.
It's
It really wasn't worth talking about.
I mean,
we
it's
spent like
hip-hop.
the last half hour, yeah, but damn.
So we
I'm
owe
so
it that much.
disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
We all here to
Like I'm
to
not
talk to you about hip hop.
interested in what Nicki gotta say because she's saying like she got more spicy shit coming. She's like, you don't want me talking about your other shit, right?
Yeah.
I really don't care.
Yeah, I just want to be like, yeah, facts. Like, yo, y'all just need to work this out.
I want Meg to make better music that's hitting.
Yeah,
I want to hear Nicki rapping.
Like, I don't want, like, for me, Meg need to go back to her original bag. Your fly girl
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. Like this shit, I feel like they trying so hard to push her to make her like a superstar, but it's like, yeah, just keep it. Go back to basics, yo.
Yeah, either that or
Stick to
give
the
music
shit
a
was
break.
working.
Do something else for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Go jump in another market. Develop
Yeah, you
a
popular
product.
enough. You could do a show, a cameo. She was in the Hulk and She-Hulk, so she could start doing some acting shit.
I would definitely try to do some more acting shit. See what you can parlay. Do some features.
Who you think shows up at the Usher Super Bowl concert? He's gonna be doing 13 minutes.
I think he got 13 minutes.
He definitely does. He's a legend. I got to see him. He's a fucking. His show was like 2.5 hours long. Nothing but hits, yo.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be a
That
problem.
motherfucker could put on a show. He's been doing this shit since he was like 14. Since 95, he's been doing this shit. 96.
Yeah.
He's been doing this shit a long time.
When you start to line up his catalog,
What do you think his 13 songs are gonna be? Let's play more music. Let's go back.
you can't play more music.
Let's do that. YouTube's gonna cap us out, right?
Yeah,
You banned from playing music.
Especially all over the pod
Do
like
you think
that.
he's gonna have like special features come out? It's rare, but sometimes they do it.
Oh,
Sometimes
why do you think why would he do that? Because this is his first time doing the Super Bowl, and
Yeah,
he's really
yeah.
excited about
It's
it.
a one-time thing.
Maybe Little John.
I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there for yeah.
You know, I can definitely see that.
Oh, that'll be fire, yo. That's how he ends the concert.
Yeah, and that
The
would
show
be
in Vegas. Spoiler alert.
Oh, that's how he ends the concert.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
the
one of his biggest records.
Yeah, fuck it.
So I can definitely see that, and it's a Super Bowl, so you want something hype.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So I can see that. I could definitely see him doing like Nice and Slow, or But outside of Little John, who else from that era?
No real features either. He wasn't feature heavy. Now that I think about it.
Nah, yeah, I don't think he needs Little John. That's it. He gonna reach out to Little John. Yo, pull up. We got the
right.
joint.
And he just gotta show up. He don't even gotta perform or nothing. He don't need a mic. He just show up like a prop, and they go crazy. I'll wild out. I was hoping to see him in Vegas, but then I'm like, nah. He does this show every fucking day. Lil Jon's not showing up to this random Friday night show.
Right. That Vegas is a good bag.
Yeah,
What's
that
up with
shit
50?
fun.
Is his concert shit done?
I think he's international by now.
Oh man.
Because it was a world tour.
Oh man.
He might be like in London or some shit by now.
I know he gotta be tired by the time this shit is done, boy. Don't tell me nothing
This
about
shit
no
is done.
concert.
He's gonna be full studio mode. He's probably gotta open up that studio. This tour is paying for that shit. He gotta have his shows up and running. They gotta be the writers after the writer strike and everything.
Yeah.
You probably gotta come back and start making these motherfuckers work, yo. All right, you had the year to figure everything out. Let's get to work.
I
gave y'all the whole year off.
I hope.
Now I want to see some return on this product, on this fucking studio.
You know, he had some lawsuits he had to pay off.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is going back to the whole shit with Rick Ross and his baby moms and shit.
Oh shit, who sued him?
The baby moms had sued him. And then when he put out, remember he put out those headsets?
Yeah.
So apparently, The lawyer said he did a deal with that company where he was gonna put out the headset and they were gonna use them to endorse it, right?
It's like the SLS or some shit.
SLS, right? Yeah. And then so his lawyer apparently said after the fact, when they stopped doing business together, that he could use the way the license worked, that he was able to re-put that product out and pay them a licensing fee. Well, newsflash, couldn't do that. So they ended up suing him.
Oh,
and he owes like $32 million. Let me see.
God damn. He owes 32?
Yeah. Well, maybe.
But this is when he went bankrupt, right? Didn't he claim bankruptcy?
Bankrupt, but
that's
still,
the way to get out of that shit, right?
There's still a debt that he needs to pay, and it seems that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, okay, he's why he's being sued for $1 billion with power? That's ridiculous.
Why not?
Okay, the original drug kingpin. You're not winning that one, buddy.
Oh, he's trying to take credit?
Yeah.
For $1 billion?
Yeah. So I think that's really like that. This tour might be the last little bit that he needs to be
get him out of debt to
get him
really
out of debt.
Push forward the studio shit.
So the finalists, both his assets and liabilities, is between 10 million and 50 million. So big shout out to 50, man.
Queens got the money.
Gotta pay him spend the money, yo. I be mad at that lawyer, boy. Yo, that lawyer cost him mad bread, son.
That shit fucked him up.
Fucked him up for years. Like this happened years ago. Still paying that fucking bill. I be mad every time I see that lawyer. Like, you motherfucker, you stupid
Cost
ass.
me this shit, you fucking
He ended up
piece of
suing a
shit.
law firm and won.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So what that means? They gotta pay the bill?
No. He won a judgment and used some of that to pay the judgment. Because the thing with the headset was legit. Like, you fucked up. You owe us this bread. You know what I mean? That's why he stopped doing the SMS. You know what I mean? That's not coming back out. That's done deal. So you gotta pay them that. You gotta pay these people that money.
Oh shit.
And Rick Ross's wife had got caught up into it. She had sued 50 when he put the videotape allegedly. I think he lost that one too. So Rick Ross was making jokes that he hasn't paid his baby mom's child support because 50 paid it for him.
Rick Ross is funny, yo.
He's funny.
He survived that whole shit.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Came out better.
Definitely. His grown up music is, I mean, it's
Way better.
It might be, you know, I like it now because now he's talking about like fancy cars and houses and shit. So it's believable. It's like, oh, okay, yeah.
But I like the shit that he's doing. Like, he got like a farm. Like, he owns like buffalo or some shit. Like,
I love
he
it.
Wild, yo. Like, I love that shit. Like, that's OG. That's OD shit.
You know why he would do that, right?
I'm a fucking, it's like a tax write-off. It's like, now I got livestock on my property.
Yeah, the taxes. You save mad tax money on that. You know, I would definitely do that.
Yeah, right?
Bro,
Just get one cow.
You know, the cows help you keep the grass low.
Yeah, they chew
They chew on it. If so, you have a large open field with wild grass. You get a bunch of cows.
That's it.
It'll maintain itself. Like, you just put a fence around. You protect them from like the wolves and shit. If you have it in the area, man. Good. And cows are bred. It's not like you know that when that cow has a baby, has more cows, your wealth is
How much
increasing.
is a cow? If I want a cow right now, a bull. I was looking at Cane Corsos. I almost copped one. I was looking at this breed.
Cow is between $15,000 and $3,000.
Copping two. I'm copping two cows.
Much
male, female.
Does it cost to maintain a cow per year?
$4,000 a month. No way.
$500 to $1,000 per year to keep. This includes their care and field. Purchasing a cow and raising it automatically becomes less expensive if you have extra land to grass feed it. 2 to 5 acres of grassland are required per cow.
You need at least 2 acres of land
for one cow.
For the cow to live off the grass.
Right.
So you're not really paying for the food. Yeah, it's maintaining the land. Wow.
Cows are good, man.
Nah, I know. I'm gonna get 2 acres and a cow.
Cow, a couple horses, some pigs,
chilling,
and
yo.
chickens.
Chickens. I would love to get chickens. I would love to get chickens now. Get a chicken coop.
Your neighbor.
My uncle got a chicken coop and he got fresh eggs every morning. You know how fire that is, yo?
Eating that chicken's embryos
Fresh
every morning.
eggs, yeah, fresh, yo. Straight out the box.
Fresh out the vagina.
Eating that shit, right? It's still warm.
Oh my god. What if you crack into it one day, half a bird falls out?
Chop his head off. Chicken nuggets.
See, oh my god. I think
I've
there's a
seen
term
it
for
done.
that
It don't
too.
phase me.
There's a term for that too.
I'll chop a
what's it
chicken's
called?
head-
Baby
check.
chick. What's
What?
that? What's that food called? The baby chicken.
Baby chickens? Oh, I don't know. Venison? No. Veal? Veal is baby
Oh.
deer, right? I don't know. I would love to get a chicken coop. Fresh eggs every morning.
Balut.
Balut. I never-
Fertilizing, develop an egg.
I
I
never
think
heard
they
of
eat
that.
it that way.
I never heard of that. Oh, that must be like a delicacy.
Yeah, it's steamed and then eaten from the shell.
Wow.
Is it legal in the
Yeah, but I wouldn't have that, right?
What do you mean?
You saying it as a joke, but the eggs they
No,
make ain't fucking ain't gonna be.
Nah, yeah, they won't be.
Yeah, that's all I'm like.
fertilized.
Ain't not gonna have no embryos and shit.
Chickens is a
It's
great.
just the
Chickens
egg.
is a great buy.
Yeah, fuck
know.
yeah. Get like 3 of them bitches.
Then you get a dog.
Cane Corso.
That's it.
Look up what cane corsos eat daily. I looked that shit up on TikTok. Oh my god, it's like feeding a monster. Chicken heads, chicken feet, chicken testicles,
Oh, you just want
liver.
a dog that's gonna eat your
Yeah,
children, huh?
I want a monster. I want an unbearable creature in the house besides me. He's gonna fuck everything up. This
4 to
way,
6
I
cups
want
of dry food per day.
Nah,
divided
this is
into 2
whack.
meals.
look up the TikToks feeding a cane corso.
Oh, you want me to look up how people misfeed their dogs?
No, when they give them like the raw meat and shit, yeah, fuck yeah,
Okay, let's see.
that shit is amazing. I was like, look what I'm gonna feed my dog. Look what I'm gonna have in the house.
I think you should
Lisa's
talk,
like, hell no.
talk to your veterinarian to figure out what the dog should be
The
eating.
proper one.
Yeah, please. Because people on TikTok do all types of wild shit.
What did you write? Right? Feed cane corso.
That's what I
Feeding
did.
cane
That's what I
corso.
put. Feeding
What are you putting, yo?
feeding King Corso. Yeah.
You spelled everything. Yeah, click that first one. Look at that shit. Fish heads. Need some volume, yo. We got volume on that?
And chicken feet.
Look at
And
that
these feet are actually from different varieties of chicken. For secreting
This is
organs,
one
she'll
meal a
be
day.
getting some pork kidney and beef liver.
Oh,
As a source of muscle meat, she'll also be getting some pork heart. She'll be getting 3 quail eggs.
pork heart.
For her main source of muscle meat,
That
she'll
dog
be
is
having
eating
some
good,
turkey
yo.
breast and pork loin.
Mmm.
She'll also be getting some dehydrated beef lungs that I've made,
Beef
some cooked
lungs.
mussels, and canned oysters.
This
One
is
of the-
She'll also
fire,
be
yo.
trying
One
for
of
the
the
first time
comments,
some
my dog
chicken
asked me
testicles
if
and
we are
chicken
poor.
kidneys. I bought these from the farmer's market, and the lady actually gave them for me for free to try. Let's see if Remy likes it. A frozen chicken egg that I've just removed the shell, some blended green vegetables, a handful of blueberries for antioxidants, 2 scoops of hemp seed hearts,
That dog is eating
and some
good,
supplements
yo.
to balance some kelp, vitamin E
that
oil,
dog
and
is
some
eating
calcium
better than
powder.
most Americans.
For oily
Look at
fish
that
today,
shit.
she'll be getting
Sardines.
some small
Sardines and shit. Come
some
on,
plain
dog.
kefir or
Coke.
kefir, however
what
you
does
prefer
this
to
shit
pronounce
smell
it.
like?
And then she'll be
Rabbit
getting some
feet?
dehydrated
That
front
shit's
rabbit.
gotta be horrible.
These are a great
Oh,
beginner
what,
chew,
yo? This is
and the
actual
fur acts
rabbit
as a
feet.
natural source of fiber.
Go
And
fiber.
now she's ready to eat.
Oh my
Let's
god.
meal prep a day's worth of food for my raw
She never
fed
shows you
carne
shit.
corso.
Her give it to the
For raw
dog.
meaty
There's
bones,
another
she'll
one.
be
Go
ha-
back.
This is bullshit.
There's other ones that they show the dog eat it. We go to that one, yeah.
Today I'm going to be showing you what I feed my 9-month-old Cane Corso.
I'm getting that shit,
Start off
yo.
with some pumpkin.
It's
and
either
a
the cane
teaspoon of
corso or the
coconut
bull
oil,
terrier.
an egg, salmon oil,
These people don't know what the fuck.
a
they
little
do.
bit of apple cider
Every
vinegar.
day is 9 months old.
Then I will be taking this very large piece of meat and cutting it up into small pieces.
Raw meat.
And putting these all in there too. Okay, here's the meat after
Here's
it's all
his-
cut up. And then there's a center bone, which I will leave for Zyro to chew on. Next, I add
straight
a
to
little
the
bit
bone.
of kidney and beef liver.
Oh,
And lastly, he gets this huge turkey neck. I've never seen him come
Damn.
this big. It is literally huge.
Yo, you
but
see how this
I
dog is
literally just
eating
decided
good
to break
cuts
this
of
neck
meat,
good,
yo.
into
son. That's from the
pieces.
butcher shop.
And now it's time for Zyro to eat.
That motherfucker ready too.
Look at that
Oh
big ass
man.
dog.
And this
yo.
is his dinner. Zyro, speak. Good boy.
Look at that shit, yo. The meal for the day.
Today I'm going to be showing you what I feed my 9-month-old Cane Corso.
Get out of here.
I'm getting one.
Get out of here. This shit is eating. Just.
Owning a Chronic Corso is not cheap.
It's not cheap.
Damn, son, look at that whole tray of chicken wings.
Owning a Chronic Corso is
How many chicken wings in there? Like
Why are they
50?
feeding this dog so much meat?
He gotta eat, yo. He gotta eat real shit.
So how would it survive in the wild?
Oh, I don't know. They'll eat you. You're stupid. Oh shit, Narf.
Narf. This fucking guy.
Nah, I'm getting one, yo. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Nah, I was looking at one in Long Island. They're like 3 G's.
3 G's.
And
You spend $3,000 on that dog?
Yeah.
That eats
just a cop.
thousands of dollars of food
Yeah,
every week?
They get to be like 100 pounds.
Oh my God.
Yeah, big. I want a big, nasty motherfucker.
Why?
Just to be nice to me. No, they said they're good family dogs.
Yeah, that's
You
what
could
they
look
all
up-
say.
Yeah.
I'm sure they say that. Oh, these dogs are awesome. They're good. They make you feel good. Oh, I love my dog.
I like asking people that I like telling people I'm getting the King Corso to see their reaction. So far, none of them's been like, "Oh wow, it's really good." I told Bo I'm getting that dog. He said, "Are you fucking crazy? That dog's gonna kill you."
He's right.
He said, "Those dogs attack." I said, "Get the fuck out! I'm not gonna let that dog attack me. I will strangle that dog."
You think you're gonna strangle a 100-pound muscular dog?
Yes. Well,
I tell you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I got a bridge to sell you. That dog tear your ass up.
I'll
boy.
fuck that dog up.
Okay.
I'll fuck that dog up.
I
It's
hear
my
that.
dog. The first time it makes a move, I'm putting it down. And if I have to, I'll put it down myself. Fuck that.
Oh,
I would
man.
choke that dog out.
You think he John Wayne out here? You think you John Wayne is the OK Corral or some shit? You gonna take it out back? Yo, come on here. Them dogs
toe
is
to toe.
strong.
I'll fuck that dog up.
Bro, I don't know, son. I don't know.
Y'all giving me too much compassion. I'll
Fuck
fight
outta
dirty.
here, yo.
I'll fight dirty against the dog.
Okay.
Gouge his eyes out, choke it. I'll try to shove my whole arm in his throat.
Dog will throw you up in the sky with his nose. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here, yo.
I'll kick that
Swallow
dog.
you as you coming
I'll kick
down
that
and
dog
shit.
in his balls, yo. Fuck that
Yeah.
dog. I'll stomp his balls out.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I don't know, son. That dog is big.
Nah, I'm getting one. I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna have a good dog. He's gonna be well trained. I was already looking at like obedience schools and shit too.
You already looking
Train.
at sending this dog to school?
I was looking like to help me train it.
Yeah. I mean, you should do that. I'm talking shit. But,
Like I was like legit looking into this shit.
but you saying you haven't even gotten a dog and you're ready sending it to
but
school.
my wife was saying, let's get the building first. And I said, thank you so much for bringing me back to reality.
There you go.
That's what I need her for.
There you go.
Because I'll get lost in that. And then I'll be like, oh, you know what? I've been thinking about it so much. You know what? Fuck this. I'm doing it. I'll pull the
Yeah.
trigger.
There you go. Oh man, shout out to your wife.
She saves me.
You guys,
when she's not driving me crazy.
a fucking dog.
Cane Corso. No, it's either the Cane Corso or the Bull Terrier.
Not even a regular dog. The dog of all dogs.
The
The
Cane
fuck outta
Corso.
here.
Cane Corso and Bull Mastiff. They fucking massive too.
And it's a big ass dog too.
Mhm.
And isn't your youngest allergic to dogs?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But they're the one that keep pushing. They putting pressure on me like to get a dog. And that was my first thing. I'm like, he's allergic. He's getting his shots. He deals better around dogs now. But I'm like, he's still not out the clear. And if we're gonna be living with one, he's gonna be fucked up every day.
Yeah.
That's my biggest argument. But they still pressuring me like they really thought they was getting a dog for Christmas, yo.
Yeah, you need to make an executive decision.
They were
on this
looking
one.
at me like, yo, we didn't no puppy? And I'm
No.
like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Why do I gotta keep having this argument?
Because they're children. Yeah. I mean, they're children. This is why we don't let them
Well,
make
they
big decisions.
no, but it'd be me and my wife fighting about this shit.
He's allergic.
That's my main thing. Yep. Where's the?
You know what I mean? I'm way out here in Queens, and I said that. You know what I mean?
I keep saying.
Like, yo, like, come on, he allergic. That's not a life to
he
live.
has trouble breathing now, man.
Yeah.
Like, we just in the house and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's super allergic. You gonna bring that big ass, heavy ass dog?
Hey, if I'm
Come
gonna,
on,
and I'm gonna
man.
get that big
Chill out.
stupid dog.
Chill out, chill out.
They want a dog that bad? I'm getting the dog of dogs, yo. Fuck that.
We'll get them little robot dogs.
Nah, fuck yeah. I get them a plushie.
Or yeah, a little, something that could, something nice.
Get them an AI dog.
That's
He'll
it.
come back and kill me. That dog
That's
will
it.
kill me.
The AI dog? Oh,
The
you
AI robot
You think
dog.
the AI dog is gonna kill you?
Because it'll trick me.
But not the 100-pound.
No,
fucking
I feel like I'm
bone
I
crushing.
feel like I could get just as savage, so I have a chance. The AI will be too smart, and I'm like Pinky. I will have to trick the AI in like a weird way.
You think that the AI is too smart?
The AI is gonna trick me into like saving my kids. It's gonna sound like my kid. It's gonna mimic my son's voice, trapped in like the washing machine or some shit. I'm gonna go investigate, and then it's gonna drop something on my head and crush me.
Why do you become a defensive white woman when it comes to AI and
Yeah,
technology?
you know what I just say? Keeps my guard down because it's gonna make me think I'm helping my son.
Yeah, you just said I heard the voice, and come on now.
Yeah.
You sound like one of these
Kane
90s
Corso's not doing that shit.
One of these 90s women in the action hero movie. Hey Sally, it's me, Jim. Is that you, Jim?
The bitches, the girls in the porno.
Is that
gets-
you, Jim,
gets
around the
stuck in
corner?
the washing machine. Oh, I'm stuck in
Yeah,
the washing
Sally,
machine.
come save me, Sally.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like what the fuck? What's going on?
Nah, bull terrier most likely.
Nah, I'm not.
Just because they funny looking too. I want to come home and laugh.
No dogs for me. Fuck out of here, yo.
But I'm not in a rush either for the dogs because then that shit fucks up my whole travel plans.
Yo,
I
that's
gotta
another
worry
thing,
about
too.
fucking somebody watching the dog, and
Fucking
nobody's
dog,
watching
yo.
the Cane Corso.
No.
Nobody's looking out after that motherfucker.
Don't even pull up here with that shit. I'm gonna stop you
Nobody
from the window.
fucking-
Like, yo, what's up? Where you going with that wildebeest?
Yeah, fuck getting a dog.
You can't double shift at
Can't
work.
travel. You can't go
work,
nowhere.
Wife gotta work. Now you thinking the kids is gonna be running around chasing the dog?
I'm snow. Yeah, if it's snowing too, who the fuck is gonna walk that dog and take care of that dog?
You know what I mean? Now you getting up
no,
at 3
fuck.
a.m. to walk the
walk
dog
the dog.
first before you go to work. You just adding more work for yourself.
And the Cane Corso said it need like at least like 2 miles of walking every day.
2 miles.
Yeah, every day you gotta be active with that dog.
Come on, you gotta do that in retirement.
I got time now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be the move.
In retirement.
After I get the building,
2 miles.
I want it too.
This dog need to walk.
I want to suffer. I want to go through it.
You want to go through it, huh? I had a pit bull for 4 months.
I wouldn't be the only one. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's just work.
Yeah.
It'll be good work towards a life that shows gratitude.
I hear you. I'm good though.
No rush, but those are definitely the top 2 contenders when I get a dog. It's gonna happen, just not soon.
I don't want no animals. No, thank you. No, sir.
Not even like a fish tank.
No, I don't like the whole putting creatures in these cages and leashes.
Oh, you
for
want
my
to be
pleasure?
free.
Be free.
But dogs are domesticated. They're not gonna last in the wild.
You know what it means to domesticate an animal?
What does it mean?
They've been broken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what dogs are.
Yeah.
Broken wolves.
Yeah.
Right? Every dog ever has come from a wolf.
You know, they're a mixture in
That's
the
sick.
family.
That's sick. No, that's a fact.
That's the ancestor, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they all come from, but they definitely
Every dog has wolf DNA in it.
but I digress.
That's a fact. That's something you could look up.
Let's look that up. Because I don't think it's every.
Every canine, besides like the wild like African dogs, comes from a wolf.
It says all modern,
There you go.
98.8% of their DNA. Was
All
wolves.
modern dogs.
All modern dogs are descendants of wolves. Well, look at that. Breed group, which is the only breed group with more shared wolf DNA, is a Nordic Spitz group. Huskies. Oh, I was thinking about Huskies. Huskies are still wolves too, though, right?
Mm-hmm. They practically wolves. They're like mini wolves.
But yo, I'm good. I don't even know no broken animal.
Nah,
I'm good.
you look like you have like a snake as a pet. You can
Why
feed
would you
it-
say a snake?
You can feed it mice.
Nah, Only reason I would have a snake is if I had mice in the house. I need to get rid of them. I'd be like, yo, go handle that. But then you don't let that snake have babies.
Cat? You want to get a cat to get to handle the mice?
I would get a cat because a cat doesn't have to be caged.
Yeah.
The cat just runs free.
It runs around the house.
So you don't get a cat. Cat
you
gets you.
You can put the window. You would leave the window open, let the cat go outside.
I wouldn't do no animals here. But if I had like a house, I would get a cat.
Yeah.
I would get a cat. Cats, you can run free. They, you ain't gotta do much
Don't
for
get
them.
no leather. They'll fuck your leather up.
In the beginning, until they get accustomed to the.
So you break them in.
They gotta get accustomed to the environment.
Accustomed
We'll
to
go
word
through
you want to
the,
use. They gotta get acclimated to your beatings.
I'm not big on animals though. Yeah, you can't beat no animal.
How
shit is that?
fuck an animal up, yo? I grew up fighting cats.
Why?
Because they was wild. Because I was 6 and I'd be bored at my grandmother's house, and there don't be shit to do, yo.
Boy, I tell you.
So I start smacking the cat like, fuck this cat. Bah, bah, bah.
Cat
We start
minding his
slap
business.
boxing.
You over here fucking with the cat.
Fucking with cats. I used to fuck with animals a lot when I was a kid. It'd be like play fighting shit.
I got a new therapist.
Oh shit.
Starting in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
You over here talking about
Oh, that's the wrong one.
killing animals and shit.
You gotta talk
Congratulations
on your new therapist. You gonna talk about me to them now?
Yeah, I'm talking about my
You gotta tell them
co-host.
I kill fucking. I
kill gerbils.
I kill. I use gerbils how they were meant to be used.
He breaks gerbils' necks with his ass cheeks.
I dare you to tell your therapist that your man confessed to you, your boy confessed to you that he uses gerbils up his ass, and you had to visit him in the hospital one day.
She never see me again.
Tell him I just left the hospital. I was visiting my friend. Oh, is he okay? What happened?
Oh yeah, just broke his gerbil's neck.
He's embarrassed, but he had a gerbil shoved up his ass.
Gerbil in the ass.
I feel like this is like the 4th episode we talked about gerbils in asses.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Man.
That's enough for 2024. Let's not talk about that shit again.
Nah, son, I'm not. No animals for me.
But what happened with the therapist? You got rid of the old one? You was beefing?
No, it's just it got expensive after COVID. Something changed with the therapist pricing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so some of the therapists stopped taking my insurance. I think my last therapist kind of like went on vacation and never came back.
Oh, that's fucked up.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like I was therapizing.
You gotta start
him.
over.
Yeah,
How's that?
I've started over a few times, and you get used to starting over.
You got like a routine already?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes you very comfortable telling your story
because you've already said it enough
times.
times.
You said it enough times, and I didn't saying it. People give you different perspectives too, so.
Mm-hmm.
I was really annoyed about starting over the first couple times. And it's like, oh man. But then, DJ has said to me, you don't really ever want to get too friendly. You don't want to become friends with your therapist because then they don't want to become a provider. It's just like you call up a friend now. You know what I mean? You do want to keep some kind of like, professional distance.
That's smart.
All right. And then, because I've been like changing therapists almost like every year and a half now, it seems like. So the switch up kind of like makes me reset and be like, oh, okay, so this is new ideas, new thoughts. What you got for me, Bob?
Yeah, right. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true because you're already getting a different perspective from how you see things with the therapist. So when you have multiple therapists giving you different perspectives,
right.
Oh, that is valuable. I never thought of that.
Yeah,
because I haven't been back to therapy in a minute, and I'm thinking, damn, should I just get a new one?
Yeah, get a new one. I need somebody to talk my bullshit to. Oh Lord, I'm trying like twice a month. I'm not doing that the weekly.
It's not bad because my insurance was covering it.
Oh, 100%.
I was doing it weekly. I was waiting for the bill and it never came.
Oh,
and I was talking to her for like 2 years.
You got that good.
Yeah, that's why I feel like damn, I could use this shit and it's not another hole in my pocket.
Yeah, why not?
I should do that bi-monthly.
I feel like we're older now. It's nice to have. I like the results I've gotten from therapy, and not just like my relationships, but like people's responses. People like, yo, you know what? You seem very different, and I'm like, oh, therapy. And I can tell now when I watch people on TV who's been in therapy, who hasn't, by how they're speaking.
Well, like when you watch a reality TV show or something?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Me and my partner, we watch a lot of the dating show, Ready to Love. Yeah. And you can tell, like, oh yeah, this person's been in therapy. Like they take
They
accountability.
work some shit out. Yeah, they working some shit out.
Yeah, they can really speak to their feelings. They can be like, oh, I felt da da da. And then you see some people can't get the words out. They're like, oh, you did this, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I see that. I see what it is.
Yeah.
Wow. But in a couple weeks, I'll see what's up. It'd be good to get back into it.
That's good.
Talking that shit. Let me know when you get started.
I gotta see. I gotta start the process over again.
Oh, with the box, the blue box. Because your person never came back?
What do you mean? You talk about therapy?
Yeah.
I never got back in touch with them.
Ah, okay.
That was my fault.
Okay.
I just fell off.
Yo, what's the worst job you ever had?
The worst job?
Yeah.
I don't think I had a bad job. I guess McDonald's. Was I had a lot of fucking side jobs. They weren't like terrible.
See, you have a great disposition because like you didn't think the theater in the park. You didn't feel like that was like
That was mad fun, yo. That was mad fun. One, it gave me a reason to be outside. That's one thing. It got me out the house.
Okay.
It was with my friends. Like my friends also worked there. So it gave me a reason to see my friends. It was easy. It was real low responsibility, easy money, was getting paid, and it was fun. We was 17, right? I was doing that right after, that was right after high school. Yo, we was getting fucking high as shit in the park, yo. We was smoking in the park. I was getting, those were the first moments of me getting high, working at the theater in the park. I remember I got so high one time, we trying to lock shit up, and Scooby's grandmother, she was like the manager there. She's staring at me as I'm trying to work this combination lock. I never had a problem with this combination lock, but I'm so fucked up, I cannot figure out the combination to this lock. And it feels like I'm there for like 100 minutes trying to open this lock, and she's there just staring at me. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to get the fuck up out of here or something, yo. Those are like my first early like high memories when I was like paranoid. Everybody was staring at me. It probably only took me 2 minutes to do it, but it felt like forever. That was a fun job, yo.
But all you did is sit in the booth all day, right?
We sat in the car. I had the Corsica.
You had the Corsica, yeah.
I had the Corsica. We smoking in the car. We playing 50 Cent and Dipset, talking shit. That shit was a hangout. I was getting paid to hang out at the park, yo. That was a fun job, son.
And what was it, like a theater?
It was the theater. The show would happen. It would be a 2-hour show. We checked in the parking lot, make sure we were there as like presence patrol, really. We were just there to make sure nobody broke into the cars. God forbid anybody try to break into the cars, yo. It'll be us
fucked.
teenagers trying to fight this dude.
Stop. Halt.
Nah, that shit was fun, yo.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah, McDonald's was the only shitty job I ever had.
Yo.
And even that wasn't terrible. It wasn't fun.
You used to work at McDonald's and never want to give me no burgers, man. I used to be so mad at that.
Yeah, because I wasn't trying to get in
how
trouble.
the fuck you the friend that work at McDonald's? I finally got a friend that got the good McDonald's job. We like 18,
You act like
19.
you was there every day. You showed up like twice. I hooked you up with like fries and shit.
All the reason why.
My manager was
abusing
whack.
it.
I had whack. That was the only shit that was whack. It was a whack job.
You know what? How many friends I had? I had friends who worked at McDonald's and always be getting the hookups. I'm like, I finally got one
The
now.
manager I had, she was counting like buns and shit. She
was
had
counting
She was
buns?
ODing, yo. One time I came up like 38 cents short on the register. She gave me a lecture. The next day somehow, and I'm just doing shit. I'm not doing shit out of order. I'm doing shit what I think is right because I'm good with the numbers. The next day I was up like 50 cents on the register. So I'm thinking, oh, that's a good thing.
Nah.
She said, nope. She gave me another lecture. And I'm like, yo, fuck this shit, yo.
You gotta be even on that.
Yeah. I worked there for 2 months. I was like, fuck this.
I used to want to get the burgers and the fries and shit. I'm like, damn.
And you thought I was going to, yeah.
I thought you was a McDonald's plug,
nah,
yo.
I wasn't.
He definitely was not.
Nah.
What kind of shit is that? 18, 19.
Fuck outta here, yo.
Here I see him with the McDonald's shirt. I'm just
17,
confused.
17. That was the summer
17?
right after. Yeah, because once I
Yeah,
started
but-
Lincoln Tech, I didn't go back.
So I was confused. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
nah.
damn, you at McDonald's?
The
Word?
manager was whack,
Ah, we
yo.
lit.
They were up my ass, yo.
And then I'm like, I can't even
I try to
got.
sneak in fries. They'll be like, "Oh, I didn't see them pay for that." I'm like, "What are you talking about, yo? Shut up."
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just get a burger. Maybe he'll throw like 2 or 3. Oh, he give me like a little extra fries. I'm like, what the fuck? What kind of shit is
If I
this?
could have, I would have.
Came all the way on the train for this?
What other jobs I had? I worked for catering. Those were fun jobs, yo. Catering was fun. That was cash money. I had all types of stupid jobs. What about you? You had shitty jobs? Where you
Yeah,
worked
man,
at?
the worst job I had, I used to work for this insurance company. They did insurance for the teachers in Long Island.
Oh, that sounds boring as
Boring.
fuck,
Bro, I used to
Oh my
go into the
God.
bathroom and like fall asleep.
yo. Nap on the toilet?
Son, knocked out. Be in there 40, 45
Yeah,
minutes.
remember using the toilet before having a cell phone?
Yo, right? Sleeping. That was my favorite sleep spot. The ladies in the office thought I was diabetes because I was always drinking mad. They thought I was diabetic. I was always drinking mad water and then going to the bathroom for mad long. I'll tell you, I used to be in the bathroom for like an hour, son. Hour. You know what I mean? That job was mad boring, yo.
Oh, shit. Fuck that. How you got that job?
I had applied for it. It was like right after the stand.
How old were you?
I think I was like 24, 25. I was in school.
Oh, this was still, oh man, you was
Yeah.
an adult with this job already.
Yeah, I was in school, so it was like, yo, it worked with my schedule, and it wasn't too far from where I went to school, so it was convenient.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But yo, that job was triz ass, yo. It was so boring. Yo, I never worked a job because I've always done IT. Like I worked at Best Buy, I worked at the cable company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was a tech inside, outside. So I'm like, all right, you know, those are like when you're doing something you enjoy. It's like, all right, you come in and do the thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. This thing was just like a paper pusher, and it was just like, man, this shit.
Yo.
The day would go by so slow.
That shit is soul crushing, yo.
Office bullshit. These old ladies is
Fuck working
farting in their
office.
cubes and shit. They got all types
Oh.
of shit. Yo, they ain't talk about nothing. And this is before like the cell phones had like smartphones and shit. So you in there just listening to elevator music. It's
Ugh.
quiet. And then, you know, the office manager, this is, of course, the most important thing in her life because she's done
She don't got
nothing
nothing else going on.
Right? So the power trip that this lady has is insane. The owner is some like sleazy dude who's like making inappropriate comments all the time. He's
Ugh.
another like numb nuts. You know what I mean? And yo,
How long you worked there for?
yo, like 7 months and they
Oh.
fired my ass.
They fired you? What
Hell
they fired
yeah.
you for?
What did they fire me for?
You was stealing shit?
No, stealing shit.
Stealing time?
Listen, nah. Nah. They said it wasn't a good fit for me.
Yeah?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
told you it was a good fit?
Yeah.
We see you not acclimating well to
Yeah, they're like, you know
what?
what? You seem to have a lot going on, and you know, we just feel like, you know, you're not adjusting
Oh,
well
shit.
to our corporate environment.
That's funny. Corporate
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. I was devastated. That was the first time I was let
Nah,
go.
I knew corporate sucked when I had that internship with the school construction authority in high school.
Oh, I remember that.
That was the junior year into senior year. That was 2 months working with architects in an office building. I was like, I am never doing this shit again.
It really
Working
depends
in-
on what you do.
And I got lucky because I had the coolest spots because there was like 10, 15 interns from Newtown when we
Yeah,
went.
that was one of the coolest spots.
That was one of the spots. Yo, everybody, it was me and one other dude in one section with like the architects. We were drawing up plans. Like
Right.
legit. We was working with them, drawing up plans. Everybody else was filing paper and getting coffee.
Oh, that's like
So I lucked out that I got into like the cool spot where they let us like, they gave us like some freedom to like actually do shit that was cool.
do some work. Yeah.
But even that, I was like, this is mind numbing to me,
This is
yo.
horrible.
Oh, when I get food, where's the closest spot to get food was like 5 blocks away. You only get like a half-hour break, so there's no real time to enjoy yourself.
You know what blew
It's like we
minds?
trapped,
in
yo.
high school. I was like, damn, y'all don't get no breaks in the summer. You just got to work through all year.
You came to that realization?
Yeah, I was like, this shit never ends.
No, I
We
do
like-
that as an adult, yo, watching my moms and my dad.
Yeah, I'm saying like, well, when I graduated and had to start working full time, It's like, damn, like this.
Yeah.
Like I don't get no more summer breaks.
Nope.
Like no more summer vacation. Like you think about your last summer vacation.
Yeah.
Were you aware that this was gonna be your last summer vacation?
I was working at McDonald's.
So so that wasn't even a summer vacation.
Well, McDonald's was good because it had money. It had money in my pocket. I was hanging out a lot.
You was working though.
But I was hanging out. It wasn't
What-
like I
what
was.
did you
It
do
wasn't like I was
before
going
that?
to school and work.
What did you do in the summer before that? Hanging out,
Probably Puerto Rico and running around.
hanging out, and just that was your last
That
summer.
was the last summer.
Yeah, that's summer
Yeah.
when you started working. You working, and you an adult shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part time. You have time to hang out, but you know it's not a summer day where you just getting up carefree.
Yeah.
You ain't got you gotta what's my schedule for the day?
Something before that done.
Yeah. My last working summer was the summer that we used to work at McDonald's, and I knew because my mom was leaving, so I knew. That's why I started thinking about it. I was like, damn, yo,
That's it.
you work and you don't get no 2 months off, nothing. I used to be like, oh, how do they do that? Yo, they just, because I barely wanted to do 10 months of school. And I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
I want
word.
another month off from school. How you just like every day?
Yeah.
Every day?
That's why I spread out my vacations because I need that break. I need something to look forward to. There's guys at my job, they'll take 5 weeks at a clip in a row. So they take that month and change
It's
off.
summer break.
But I can't do that because then I got to work the rest of the year. I like having the week off spread out.
I need the breaks too, for
I need
sure.
I need something to look forward to.
Son, that shit blew minds, yo. When I was like, yo, we just don't get no breaks.
I need to know like every 6
Every
to
day?
8 every 6 to 8 weeks I'm getting a week off.
I knew back then I didn't want to work forever.
Nah,
I'm like, you want me to do this every day
Nah,
for the next
don't.
20,
Fuck
30
that.
years? So that job was pretty bad. That job was pretty bad. And you know what? I've had some jobs. Like I used to have a job where I worked with the mentally disabled, and you would have to like wash their ass and shit.
Oof.
Yeah, but that job wasn't that
That's rough.
bad. You know, outside of that part,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, but they were great. So I would put that job above
Wow.
the insurance job, where it was just like, yo,
Damn,
this
it's
shit is.
boring. I mean, I'm glad I had that internship because I knew right then and there I could never work in an office. That is not for me.
Yeah.
I know how to be outside.
Yeah. I worked in I like retail,
Nah, I couldn't do it. You got to deal directly with people.
but it's mad exciting though.
Yeah, is it?
Retail is so much that happens in a
Why?
retail day because you're dealing with the general public, and the general public is just wild. Like
Mm.
I come out the back room, Beanie Man's at the register. You know what I mean? Lawrence Taylor is buying DVDs. You know what I mean? Like it's retail is such a
Where you was working at fucking
Garden City, the one over there by
yeah?
Old Country. You
Oh,
know,
shit.
and those back blocks is where all the football players be. So you would get all types of randos. And like running a business with the general public is mad entertaining, son. On a date, niggas are trying to rob you. People coming in with wild clothes, you know. So I like retail. If Best Buy would have paid me top dollar, I would have stayed there for a long time. I enjoyed that job. I
You
ain't
was at
wanna-
Best Buy for a minute.
Yeah, I didn't want to get no promotion. I was just like, I'm good right here.
Mm-hmm.
I just needed more money. That's really what made me leave. I was like, yo, the manager came over one day and was like, man, it was Black Friday. It was like, you made the company $1 million in the last 2 hours. Keep up the good work. I was like,
Nah, fuck them.
yeah, they showed me like the budget,
I would've been tight.
you gotta ring people up with your employee ID and shit.
You didn't get commission and shit like that?
Nothing.
No
I was like,
way.
why did he tell me that? And at the time I was getting paid like $10 an hour.
Yeah,
I
yo.
was done after that. I was like, nah.
Nah, I need
fuck
more,
that.
yo. No commission either.
He thought it was gonna-
I thought that was the thrill that you're getting
Nah.
commission, so you're getting paid, so it makes you want to chase and pursue the sale. The
Nah,
sale.
The thrill for me is getting you to buy some shit. I used to love. It was like hollering at women on the street because it was the same energy. You're coming into the store, you want a DVD. By the time you leave here, you're getting a TV,
I'm getting
a
you the whole
DVD,
set.
and you're getting a warranty, and you're gonna love me for it.
Mhm.
I had customers that came in
You
would
get-
do like 30 bands. They
Yeah.
came in and like, especially like the heavy hitters, because it's Old Country, so they got
Yeah.
the bread. You feel me? So they would come in like, yo, I'm looking for a computer. Oh, what you trying to get? And I'm not trying I don't brown nose. I be saying
Yeah.
wild shit to people, son. Especially back then. This guy was actually one time, he's like, yo, what's wrong with my computer? I'm like, yo, the dilithium crystals on the flux capacitor.
No. The flux capacitor, the Back to the Future
Yo.
shit.
Real shit. My
He was like,
supervisor-
damn, the flux capacitor went. Fuck, I knew it was the flux capacitor.
My supervisor, he's coming around from the back. He does a beeline back there to go laugh. Cause he was in the back laughing
Oh,
hysterically.
shit.
You know what I mean? He can't, but I liked it. I like the sales. That's what I like. I like the whole sales shit. Like, I'm gonna get you to buy this shit, and you getting the warranty.
Oh, you was selling them a dream.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And they would leave. They give you a pat on the back. Hey man, thanks.
Oh, they loved you.
I appreciate it. I ain't getting no extra money.
That's whack, yo.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I've always just liked business.
The views.
Oh, fuck.
None. Fuck them niggas. Fuck out of here, yo.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of here, yo.
More music down memory lane. More new music that sounds old.
Shit got me mad.
Let's get you in a bed. I'm getting the King Corso. Fuck it.
Yo, fuck that King
Fuck
Corso.
everybody. I want people to stay away from me. They're gonna be like, "No, we can't go to Red's house.
Right.
He got that monster dog.
Got that ridiculous ass dog.
Congratulations. You finally get to meet
Stay
me.
the fuck out my house. Hey.
Can I call you Rose? Because I'm gonna call you and tell you to subscribe to See the Nobody.
Song's only 3 years old.
Can I call you Rose?
Can I call you Rose? Because when I call you, I need you to hit that subscribe button on Conceited Nobody. I need that subscribe. This shit is a pop, yo. Big shout out to the Sacred Souls. Can I call you Rose? It's Conceited Nobody, Giant, the American Rare Wonder. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. YouTube, Spreaker.
Oh, who you got in the Super Bowl? San
Kansas City
Francisco,
and San
Kansas
Fran.
City. Kansas City are defending champs.
I don't give a fuck about none of these guys.
I don't give a
San
fuck.
Fran
I hope
hasn't
it's a
won one
good
in a while
game.
though, right? For
Nah.
the Niners, not since like
Probably since the 90s.
it's like Steve Young days, right?
Yeah.
Niners be nice. We nice to see him win. San Fran need to win. That city's suffering.
Yeah, word.
San Fran, San Diego. Big shout out to California. Big shout out to India, U.S., New York.
Rest in peace, Carl Weathers.
Rest in peace, Carl Weathers. Yo,
Yeah, word.
Apollo Creed. That's his pops. He died for real now.
By the time this comes out, if you're in the city, Lower East Side, Drunk Black History. Shout out Brandon Collins. He's doing a comedy show. They do like this history lesson. Not history lesson, but they do important black figures throughout history, and everybody's getting lit. It's like a party.
Big shout out to
Good time.
Colin.
The universe told me.
The universe told you. We talking mad shit, yo.
To subscribe to Conceited Nobody. Because it's that time.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You've been listening to this for a while now. You made it this far. This is about time you hit that button and hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment. Tell me what you think I did wrong.
So your finger right there.
Yeah, so.
Yo, it's your boy Rick Bell, and when I want to hear some real shit, I listen to Conceited Nobody. They keep it 100.
Couple of nobodies you should fucking listen to.
I just caught the 40, I might let it bang on them. I might rip my heart, I pour out all my pain on them. I might wanna shine, cop a couple chains on them. I might wanna stun and pull up